Hey everyone, and welcome back to Morphs in the Swamp. We are hopefully back and running. We had a little hiccup last week. And welcome back to Morphs My channel is not muted. Back and running. There we go. I heard myself in the. You probably heard my echo on stream. But yeah, we're just back today. Hopefully with episode 7. Katie is not with us today. She might join us later. We'll see. But for right now, it's just us. And when I say just us, I mean all of us. We're wonderful people. So speaking of wonderful people, let's go around the table and everyone introduce themselves and their characters. And we'll start, of course, with Anna.
Yes, so I'm Anna, aka Archibald Does Funny Most Places on the Internet, and I play Riley, the Estrine, band geek, all around fantasy nerd. Yeah, plays video games a bunch. Sums her up pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Tries to be the moral compass of the group, but doesn't always work out that way.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And that would be me. I'm Nick. I play Tony, our Battleborn, who is the team muscle, I suppose would be the correct word. He's still kind of recovering from some stuff from trying to do that, in fact.
Yep.
And I suppose I'm Ollie, and you can probably find me on the internet as Lycus Stratus or at Crypto Delta, whatever, you know. And I'm playing Javier. He's the prince, and I feel like I've made mistakes. That's all I got to say about him. He's made mistakes.
Hi, I'm Nyx. I am playing Heather, everyone's favorite angry lesbian. And she's made a lot of mistakes too. Yep. We're all a bunch of messed up little folks.
And hey everyone, I am Val, or Brizerate on the internet. This is my channel. I am your storyteller for today. And okay, I have a lot of things to talk about before we get started. First off, we are a view-affected game. You can affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100 biddies gives a reroll to any player that you see on screen. If you donate sub rewards, if you subscribe to the channel, you get an extra dice to anyone's dice pool. If you donate $5 to Coffee or Streamlabs, you can give everyone an auto crit. Well, you can give one person an auto crit specifically. And if you give a $10 donation, you can give me an idea. And those ideas can be pretty interesting. Like, you can make some chaos happen if you wish. Of course, none of this will, like, cross our lines and veils. It will always be, it'll always be at my discretion because we're here to have fun, and sometimes chaos can ruin that. As a reminder, we are also starting our Extra Life fundraising. If you type in !Extra Life in chat, you should be brought to our team link where you can directly donate. I am raising money currently, personally, for the British Children's Hospital, British Columbia. But different team members do have different hospitals that they are raising money for. We're playing games playing games. Wow, my motor skills are garbage today. We are playing games to heal sick kids. I have no idea why letters were going in different places for that sentence. But also, if you do subscribe to the channel, I am matching all of my sub points for September, October, and November. So if you subscribe and you give me a sub point, or if you do like a level 3 and give me 3 sub points, I will be meeting those points with $1. So yeah, if you got a Twitch Prime, just hanging out, me. It'll be donated to, well, 35% of it will be donated to Extra Life. The rest goes, of course, straight back into the stream and production work. But with that said, let's jump to it and get started. So, friends, I know we tried to recap last time what actually happened last time, but let's try this again. What happened last time, y'all?
There was a throwdown.
It's a good.
There was Javier and Heather got a little intense, and not in the fun way. Not that they would, because she's not into that. No offense. Sorry, I should not be allowed to do this.
It's okay.
What else did we have? We discussed a lot of plans. We haven't really decided what plan we're going with yet. And Heather's mom is probably an alien at this point.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like 99.9%.
Not that she is an alien. Let's be distinct about this. She has an alien in her brain. Like,
oh yeah. Hands down.
There is a difference between being an alien and just being enslaved by an alien. So
true. But she's gone full on Stepford wife, and the rest of the family's pretty weirded out by it.
Mm-hmm.
I love Val for traumatizing me. I love it.
Okay. What else we got going on? What else is important to people? Because I need to be reminded.
If I recall, I had a long chat with our alien friend about just a list of people who might be in the town infected, and
That's
also that their mortality might be, just kind of a price to pay for the resistance. And they seem really chill about it, way more chill than any of our group.
Yeah,
I appreciated that.
Yeah, like as much as Eder wants to be alive, at the same time, if they die, then they die. Sort of thing. Like they understand. They don't want to die. But will accept death. Like if that's what comes down to, because there is a clock ticking for Eder's life. And like literally, because that's how this game works. There's a lot of clocks in it. And y'all are at 5 out of 8 for this particular clock. So at the start of this session. I think Ollie, character who is not named Ollie, that's your name. Javier is also grounded.
Yeah, he fucked up. He messed up real good in a lot of ways.
Ollie, it's the internet. You can say fuck.
Fuck.
There's a mature stream warning that pops up in chat pretty regularly.
Yeah, you could say fuck. It's fine. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist that joke. Like,
it's actually part of Javier's grounding. He's not allowed to swear anymore.
It's like, watch your language, young man. Like,
I'm sure Heather would die if she couldn't swear. Like,
like I'm pretty sure, like, Heather's first words as a child was shit. Like, just like shit. Because like once in a while it'd be like, we can't say fuck around the baby, so they would correct themselves and say shit. So that was that had to have been your first word. It's canon now. We're gonna say that.
One of her brothers was at least in like middle school when she was born. So when you get like 12 or 13, you learn about cuss words.
Mm-hmm.
You just all the time when the adults aren't around.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So y'all have some information as well. You do know that there is a former host who is an android of Eder that can help you, and the way that the way of contact that they have given you is an AIM screen name called Golden Retriever 2001. And then there was suggestion that regardless of whether you can save Eder or not, the the blue box that gave you your morphing devices seems to not have a charge and needs to get back to an actual andalite for that. So there was some talk about possibly just flying Danielle to Northern California where the andalite is located. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Y'all have some decisions to make, and I'm not going to tell you what decisions you need to make. So, and something about oatmeal.
Something about oatmeal.
Something about oatmeal. Yes, exactly. So yeah, what are y'all doing? We'll just pick up from after the fight scene. Was Tony present for that physically or not?
I think he was in the back with
Okay.
with our alien friend and whatnot.
All right.
Probably heard yelling.
Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking, Tony, you sort of kind of reconvene with the group and everyone's looking a little sullen and not in the eye, like not looking at each other in the eyes like at all. There's a very thick heaviness in the air, and it's not just the Louisiana humidity. So this is essentially what you walk to.
There was a power struggle going on.
Something, yeah.
I know this. Football, this happens all the time when the team captain's challenged.
Let me guess, you don't give a shit either, right?
Right now, I kind of just want to try and save this alien thing.
Smarter than you look.
I agree with that. I think our next step is contacting this golden retriever person. And we can head back to my house and do that if people want. I mean, Javier has to go home, but the rest of us can do that.
I do got to go to work tonight. So I got to head out for a bit.
I can make the arrangements then.
I mean, my parents don't give a fuck about curfew if you want me to come by after.
Is that how late it is?
Yeah, how late?
The bookstore coffee shop closes at 10 p.m. on weekdays.
But then you gotta close.
True.
How late is it now?
11:30 at the latest once we get done closing. I can rush and get out there by 10:30. You won't?
10:30 I can make work. 11:30 I'm not so sure.
Okay. Worst comes to worst, I'm dropping off something for a project. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Mm-hmm.
She gives a little bit of a flirty wink.
Okay.
I don't think she processes it right now in her anger.
Like, all right. So I think with that, we will once again have Penelope on Yeerks sitting duty, where the rest of you sort of disperse. Three of you are going to Riley's house, and one of you is going to work. So let's go with the car ride between the three of you, or just the arrival at your house. However y'all want to play it out.
What time is it in the evening? Because Javier has to be home by 6, right?
Yeah.
We'll say that it's 5.
Okay.
So I'm heading home real soon then.
Mm-hmm. So you
6. What a striking curfew. Jeez.
Did I say 6?
For a teenager?
Yeah.
Yep, that's rough.
Womp, womp, womp.
I mean, how often do your parents check your room? You could always leave afterwards now.
And that's an option. I can, while you guys are contacting Golden Retriever 69, whatever his name was, I can try to
2001, you pervert.
Thank you.
You're not there.
I can try to get us the oatmeal. God, what flavor was it again? Like cinnamon
Maple?
raisin.
Yeah, brown sugar and maple instant brown
Instant-
sugar maple.
Instant brown sugar and maple. I'm actually gonna write that down.
Oh, I don't have my note thing up.
Do you want me to grab some on the way to the store and I can bring it by Riley's?
I mean, if that's as long as that doesn't slow you down, because we don't want you to get there too late either. That way, you guys can you guys can get things going as soon as
No,
possible.
I can tell them like I'm having car trouble and I'll be a few minutes late if I need to. They're used to it. Have you seen my truck?
Yeah, then that'll probably work out better. The more resources we have pooled and ready to go, the better. I can try to get all of my identification ready so that you can take my identity and get on a plane. I'm gonna commit identity theft on myself. All right.
Is it really theft if you do it to yourself?
Yeah, isn't it more identity like lending?
Yeah.
It still seems illegal either way.
That's what
Probably.
That's what you're planning.
But I'm pretty
planning
sure
on, having her just turn into you and use your papers essentially.
I was so as I mentioned, I was thinking the best way to do this, because I'm still technically a minor. I have a few months left until I can, but I can pretend to be my mom and take myself to the airport and get them on a plane on out, and then come back, and hopefully that goes well. Once they land, they can just, dog or whatever animal, bird, and get out of there, I'm sure.
Where's Wolf?
Man, I hope they don't lose my passport.
I mean,
that again.
Well, you don't actually. Yeah, you actually don't need a passport to fly.
Yeah, not domestic.
Right.
Yeah, we're pre-2001 actually, so it's not that difficult.
Yeah. All right. Sounds kind of like a plan. Which I will actually have you do a certain role for that. It'll be called acquiring an asset, I believe. And we'll see how well that goes. Well, nah, it'll just be part of the score. Never mind. But yeah, let's go ahead and cut to, I guess, y'all sort of, at least two of you, or one of you, or three of you at Riley's house, about to contact this Golden Retriever 2001.
Yeah. As we're leaving our secret base, I will tell Javier to have one of the other assets give him a ride, and I'll drive by myself back to my house.
Okay.
Javier,
so I guess that means I'm giving you a ride.
Thank you. Hey, Tony, I just have a
What's
question. If someone says you're an important asset to them, that's a bad thing, right? Even if you're important.
Who did you say it to?
No one, actually. This is trying. Not no one yet. So don't say that. Okay.
Yeah, I like the members of your chess club or like your gaming group. Before a match, they can be assets, but you don't normally want to say that to like your partner or a close friend or something. It's a little impersonal.
Right.
Like when I'm on the field, I'm an asset, but when you're off the field, you're a person.
Tony, we haven't really spent a whole lot of time together, and the little bit of time we have spent, I like you. I think you're a good person. You understand, I don't. I'm not really great at talking to people in a way that makes them understand how I feel.
I mean, it's rough. I'm not necessarily the best at that stuff either. It's why I kind of just shut up and hit things when I'm told to most of the time.
Yeah, but
But
you're still like straight about it. You I don't know. I always feel like I know what you're thinking. I don't think I know what I'm thinking. You know?
isn't that kind of a good trait in a leader? Well, I guess unless you get brain taken over, it means if one of us got compromised, theoretically, you'd still be able to help with them.
I, it is, and that's important. And I mean this with a great deal of adoration and respect to you. I will let any of you die if we need to. But I've never been this close to a lot of people before, and it's uh, I've gotten really used to not expressing myself. Every time I've expressed myself in the past, it's always ended with people thinking I'm overreacting, or it just doesn't end well. So I've tried really hard for a long time not to express myself. And when I did with Heather earlier, that it was way too much. And I'm not great with body language or subtext, but I know Riley's mad at me. That wasn't difficult to figure out.
I think Riley seems like your friend. Talk to her later. Let her know that you fucked up, and you know that you fucked up, and I bet she'll forgive you, man. Other than that, I think Heather's used to arguments like this, so you're probably okay. Although, depending on if you, never mind, you don't seem the type.
Now, the type for what?
You probably didn't straight up like insult them, so
I don't think I did.
From what little I've hung around Heather, I'm pretty sure she would have told you in no uncertain terms if you had.
Right. All right. Thanks, Tony. We should work out again sometime.
I'd like that. You should get in there before your folks, your moms, get too upset.
I give you the I don't know. It's the '90s. People still do the weird handshake where you bump into each other.
Yes,
that was a thing. That
was a thing in the '90s. As someone who was always terrible at it.
Secret handshake.
We fumble through that, and then I run inside.
Yep, there is Chinese takeout waiting for you. It's takeout day. Yep, you run inside your house, and I guess Tony, do you go meet Riley at hers?
Tony needs to go home for family dinner if it's getting close to 6.
Okay.
Because it's like a weeknight and all that, and they're.
It is a Monday, so
yeah.
Well, it's a Tuesday.
But it was the first day of school. And...
Yep, it's Tuesday. So, Riley, you get home.
But...
Oh, I'm sorry, Tony.
Oh, after dinner, he'll probably sneak out because his parents won't really bother checking on him.
Okay, cool. We'll just... I guess before maybe you arrive, Riley, are you going to wait for anyone to join you at your house? Or... are you going to try and contact this person?
I would go ahead and send the initial message because they may not see it for a little while. This is the time of dial-up, so there's no telling when this person will see it. So I'd probably go ahead and send the first message. Shit, we never got. Yeah, I guess just saying that I'm mutual friend of E.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me to contact you. Some things to talk about, that hobbies we may have similar interests in.
All right. You send the message, and you notice, like, while you're on your computer, because of the dial-up days, because of the busy signal, a message comes on your answering machine. It's actually your mom saying that she is going to be a little bit later than normal. There is a casserole left over in the fridge for you, broccoli, cheese, and chicken. It's okay. But there's just a surgery that is taking some time at the zoo that she is assisting with, probably with the eagle. And she will just be home a little later than normal, so probably 9:30ish at the latest. Yeah, just to let you know that. And when that message is over, you hear Badoop. I can't do the aim noise. I'm sorry. Badoop, 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 boom.
That's a good attempt.
Yeah. I'm usually pretty good at sound effects, but yeah. Okay, you get a little message, and you get a hi with like a lot of exclamation marks. I'm super worried about E. Are they okay?
Sitting there with my casserole. I will respond. They're okay for now. They haven't been getting a lot of vitamins lately. They haven't been feeling the best, but trying to fix that.
They will respond, can I talk to E?
I'll respond back that they're not here right now, but I could see if they could come over at some point.
And then there is the question, where are you?
In my house.
Flashback. Flashback of all the warnings you get as a kid.
On the internet.
Never answer this question.
Yeah, ASL? No.
I'm going to sit there and continue eating my casserole while I think about an answer for that.
There's another message. Hello, are you there? It's like, and there is response with a Mississippi address, actually. It's like, this is where I'm at. Can you meet here?
MISSI.
Were there? I'm trying to think of what mapping was available, because Google Maps weren't a thing in '98.
Just friggin' MapQuest.
Was it MapQuest?
MapQuest, probably. And I think Yahoo Maps might have been a thing by then.
And I will hop on MapQuest and see how far away it is.
Yeah, so I will also see how far away it is. Wait, let's see if MapQuest is still a thing. Officialmapquest.com. We're gonna actually use MapQuest, okay?
It's the good old days of MapQuest.
They changed their logo, though.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. We will say they are in the address is in Jackson, Mississippi, which is probably about a 4-hour drive. From 4 to 3 hours. Let's check real quick.
Oh, I was way.
It is a 3 hour, 175 miles, 3.5 hour drive.
No offense to Mississippi, it's the worst place I ever marched a marching band. Back to Mississippi.
I
will.
Yeah.
I'll respond back. I'm about 4 hours away. Could you come here?
Yes.
I will send them the address to the bookstore / coffee shop.
All right. And they're like, oh, that's where I dropped Eder off. Okay. Be there soon. Leaving right away.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, like they're gonna go tonight. And they'll be like, look for the ginger and a Metallica t-shirt.
Okay. This complicates things. So it's about 6 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 hours is 10 o'clock.
3.5 is 9:30. So the bookstore will actually still be open.
Okay, yeah. I could pull that off. Yeah, I'm gonna finish eating and then I will send a message to Tony, and then I will drive to the bookstore. I can tell Heather when I get there that she doesn't need to come to my house.
Yeah, there you go. Tony, are you sending it to just like the group AIM?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You send it to the group AIM, Tony. Maybe you check an email before you go, just so that you see the message.
I think theoretically we'd probably all be doing that by now, just to make sure, like, random new thing hasn't happened.
And it's much more private than calling each other, since text messaging doesn't exist. So there is always that lovely.
Well, I mean, private.
Yeah, private.
I doubt we realize how unprivate they are, but you know,
as private as it could be in 1998,
yeah,
kind of thing. I would point out.
Message.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're fine.
I was gonna say my message to the group is that I'm heading to the bookstore to play Magic the Gathering with our friend who has the golden retriever, and that everyone is welcome to join me.
All right. Yeah. So Tony, you get that message. It's Ollie for Javier. You're allowed to go on the internet for your homework if you would like. Do you attempt to sneak onto AIM during homework time?
Ooh. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do. Can I just get you to do me like a quick fortune roll? And and you can tell me what asset, what role you would do to try and do this a little bit more sneakily.
Right. I think I'm going to do a survey, just like peeking my head out the door every few minutes, just like, all right, they're there, they're doing what? Okay, they're making out. Time to big check.
Your moms love making out.
All right, here we go. First roll in a long while.
Here we go. Roll some dice.
6.
Woo! Yes, you are so good. Like, there's this one time when you even like hear the footsteps of your parents and like of Gardener Mom, and you just like exit out like super fast. You've gotten so used to it, and you pull up like, your English paper, and you have like your encyclopedia, and she's like, "How's the orange chicken?"
Very citrusy.
Good. What are you writing?
I don't know. It's supposed to be about like individual theory or whatever. I don't know. I'm not very good. I'm not very. Sociology is weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't realize you were in a sociology class.
It's a humanities credit.
Okay.
Psychology or sociology. I figured take the broader.
Well, if anything from this groundment, I expect your B's to become B pluses. So
I'll aim for A.
You don't have to. It's like she looks at you and she goes, Javier, it's okay. You're pretty. Like, you don't need A's. And you know, it's like clearly your mom, like it's clearly her just like teasing you, like kind of like this is more of like, you know, like the mom that you acquired is like the serious parent, whereas like the landscaping mom is more of like your buddy parent. You know, the good cop, bad cop kind of parenting style. So she, you know, she's obviously teasing you because you're not pretty. I mean, no. Like,
I get my good looks from you and my work ethic from mom. So.
Oh, it's true. All right. Well, it's about 7:30, so we're just gonna be watching TV in the living room. You are, I believe, this new Law and Order show is premiering called Special Victims Unit, and we want to, if you would like to check it out with us, it starts at 8. You are welcome to watch TV with us. That's what I was here to actually come and tell you from, you know, the warden.
Thanks. But considering what I did the other day, I'm a little behind on this paper actually.
All right. Well, bed by 9. As she like leaves, like it's like torture. It's like, why did parents do this? It didn't actually like teach any lessons. Like, it's like, what am I gonna do? Just lie in bed? Like, sorry. Yeah. Anyway. So Javier, I guess the question is, do you sneak out of your house?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I got the message.
Mm-hmm.
And did it specify a time or anything like that?
That's up to Riley. Like, how did you specify a time, Riley?
I probably said I'd be there until the store closes.
Shoot. We didn't get any. Never mind. I wasn't even going to say what I was thinking. That would have been a bad thing to do. Jesus. My first thought was, well, we didn't pick up any like drugs from the doctor, so I can't, you know, roofie my parents.
That Jesus Christ! Oh Lord!
Look, I was just thinking of ways to get them to go to bed early. But it's okay. It's not a thing I would have done anyway.
8 o'clock rolls around at some point, Javier, and you know, you hear the bum bum, and then like your parents like are the kind that like have conversations like as they're watching the show. Like some of them are just like, do you think Olivia Benson and Elliot Sadler have sexual chemistry? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, but he seems like he's married and Catholic. I know, but there's just something going on. I'm not quite sure. Yo, that guy Munch, wasn't he on a different show? I think so. Like, Ice-T I don't think Ice-T has gotten onto the show yet. So, like, listen, I know far too much about detective dramas. Like, but yeah. That's, you hear like they're enthralled with the show. So whether or not they're going, it's more of like, what's your plan?
Right. So, if you don't mind, I was just hoping to Google something real quick.
You mean ask Jeeves?
I'm gonna ask Jeeves something real quick. Land speed of gorilla.
Don't you?
25 miles an hour. That's not great.
Dog pile is still a thing.
25 miles an hour.
Wow, that's actually faster than I thought.
But it's like a sprint.
Not bad for a big boy.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, have you seen like the arms on a gorilla? They probably just like propel themselves. I want to. That's crazy. 25. That's like Olympic sprinter. Like.
Oh, we're not cool anymore though.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna hey, so I know this is I left one of my notebooks with a bunch of my stuff for this paper at the coffee shop last time I was there. I was doing some homework with some people. Could I, do you think I could get a ride there, or could I just go? I know you guys are having fun. I'll be back lickety split.
That's a roll.
Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna go with, that's not a command.
I'm gonna command my mother to give me a ride.
I'm gonna go with sway, but I'm gonna use pretty please with fingers crossed.
Oh yeah, it's your ability, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Family, colleagues, or authority figures, you gain an extra dice. Yes, you do.
Cool. 6s. 1 6. Not.
You got 1 6. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Luckily, with the 1 6,
same dice too.
Your parents look at the they look at their watch, like they're in their pajamas. They have taken off their bras. Like they do not want to leave. And it's like they kind of look at each other. It's the bookstore is probably like a 20-minute skateboard ride or walk from your house. And they're like, you got an hour.
Okay. I'll be real quick. And then yeah, I'm gonna skate board on down. Rough estimate. Is skateboarding faster than gorilla running 25 miles an hour? What do you guys think?
I bet if you skateboard as a gorilla, you'll go
I grab a second
that
skateboard.
That is what I thought.
Skateboard.
Skateboard is probably less noticeable than a gorilla just running down the street.
Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna.
What about bird? What about flying?
Cool.
Yeah, you could.
I don't have a bird.
Lame.
You did not require a bird yourself.
Nah, I got a mouse though.
Yep, you did get a mouse. All right. Yeah, so Heather, you are at work, and one by one, your teammates start to arrive.
Oh, what fresh hell is this? What's going on?
Thing is, Riley, did you bring your box of magic cards?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the excuse I used, I absolutely would have brought.
And here's the thing.
Like
so this is kind of how around this time there was this weird migration of Magic players. They would start at the gaming store, then they would migrate when that closed at like 6. They would migrate to Toys R Us. And when that closed at 8, they would go across the street to the bookstore where they would continue to play Magic. So there are people that you probably know that are indeed playing Magic at the store. It's really not that weird.
I do have questions why they went to Toys R Us and not just straight to the bookstore, but that's not something we have to ponder tonight.
Because
Toys R
they would buy cards there.
Yeah, Toys R Us actually had fairly cheap cards for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I
think the thing that you notice when you arrive is that some of the usual Magic the Gathering players are actually playing a new game.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta catch them all.
And they
Not yet.
but they are indeed like trying out the Pokemon trading card game. They bought their first packs at Toys R Us just before they came.
I'll glance at them as I walk by. I guess I should probably tell Heather what we're doing. Are you up at the counter by yourself, or?
Yeah. There's only one to close because at this point it's just the Magic people and they're usually pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey, what's going on?
I sent a message to our friend that we wanted to meet, and they're coming here. They're going to be here 9:30ish.
Okay. What do you want to drink?
You have any root beer?
Yeah, we got some sodas. And she gives it to you on the house.
It's an Abita root beer.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
I've gotten carded buying that.
Yeah. So you wait, and then probably Tony is the next one to roll in. You hear the Firebird. Unless you walked.
Yeah, I think Tony would have claimed that he was getting picked up by his friends to go do, I don't know, something stupid and football related.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he walked a bit, ducked behind something and turned into the bird he has and fly there.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, because clothes go away. So now I just walk. Yeah, no. It's been a little while.
Y'all still haven't figured out how to morph clothes. I love it. like no one has just done the trial and error thing yet to figure it out. So you're just like, oh wait, we're gonna be naked. So let's not.
I've been doing the important things: hidden panther claws and human form.
That is true.
Clothing can wait.
Clothing can wait. That is true. So you essentially, Tony gets there, and you see Riley with a root beer going over her cards, and some other people playing Pokemon. It's cool. They got some super, they pre-ordered, it's actually probably college students that work at Toys R Us that decided that the stock was in, and they decided to just take the Pokemon cards. So early kind of thing. Yeah, Riley's there, and not long after that, the skateboard rolls up, and here comes Javier.
Well, look who broke out of jail.
Expect to see you here.
I don't have very long. Hopefully it'll be worth it. Oh boy. So you guys know about this new Law and Order show, SVU? My mom's really into it.
I don't watch that much TV.
And not really my thing.
Hopefully they'll get lost in the pseudo romance, and I'll be able to stay out a little longer. How long until our our magic friend shows up?
They should be here around 9:30, but they're coming from Mississippi, so it's not really sure.
Okay.
How long do you have?
Well, probably not that long. I'm just here to pick up a notebook
Do you want something to drink?
Yeah, that would be great.
What you getting?
You got a Fanta?
Yeah, it's $1.75.
I give you a $2 bill. Keep the change.
Bless.
Actually, watch here too. So he'd get the purple Powerade there.
All right, that one's $2.
Yeah. He hands you the money. More than happy.
Okay.
Sorry, we're only here for a little bit. I just didn't want Riley to have to deal with whoever our friend is on her own.
I got her back.
Yeah, Heather's here.
Worst comes to worst, I can throw hot coffee in their face.
There.
What?
Riley bites her tongue.
He was being mean and inappropriate to my friend, and I thought he was going to do something, so I took action.
Good.
Wouldn't be the first.
Is it possible you think that are our friends going to meet up tonight? Are we gonna reintroduce them?
That
Oh,
was kind of my plan.
Heather reaches for a bag she has under the counter, and she pulls out a bag with like 2 boxes of maple brown sugar, whatever the oatmeal.
The Quaker Oats instant oatmeal. Like not sponsored. Or is it the Great Value from Walmart or the Dollar Tree brand?
Whatever was on the way to work.
Okay.
Go to
Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Piggly Wiggly.
The Piggly, the Hoggly Woggly. So, which by the way, I would like to point out that like the thing that surprised my husband most was that Piggly Wiggly actually existed in places. And like I was like, look, it's the Piggly Wiggly. He's like, what? Like, yeah, Piggly Wiggly. Anyway, so yeah.
The guy who started it is from the city I live in now.
Oh, really? That's
the
amazing.
Tiny town I live in. Yeah.
The more you know. I love it. Yeah.
Thank you for getting that. But yeah, that was my plan. Once he gets here, we bring him to our other place. They wanted to talk to our other friend, so.
Before we bring them to our other friend, are we sure they're really who they say they are?
I mean, it's the username that I got.
I mean, do we have any kind of way of confirming that they're who they are and not somebody that, they didn't get compromised or something?
One of us could become a dog and hope and figure out whatever it is that makes them different.
That could work, but I think at this point, I mean, we're not going to have all the information. We just have to take a risk sometimes.
Get on the news, I turn into a dog and start slinging coffee.
Probably not the best idea to keep ourselves secret, but
I like that somebody gets my jokes and thinks it's funny. She high fives Tony.
Tony will high five. He's gonna grab a napkin and start drawing something.
Mm-hmm. So 9:30 rolls around. A lot of the people are sort of packing up to leave, like they're getting like a soda on their way out or a coffee on their way out. They're getting like their last bits of checkout. And around this time, you see a vehicle pull up, and a man in his 20s or so gets out. He is pretty tall. He has like red hair and a beard, and a Metallica t-shirt on. And he sort of walks in and kind of like looks around definitely makes himself sort of present, and he goes to the coffee shop and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? Could I just get a just like, I know Yeerks closed. I'm really, really sorry. I'm fine. Just an iced coffee, so that way, like, if it's already cold, it doesn't matter.
Do you want any milk or sweetener flavor in it or anything?
Yeah, sure. That's good. Yeah, appreciate it.
So you're a dog person? She says as she makes the drink.
How do you what?
I was gonna try something less subtle, but okay, we'll go with that.
Nice.
And he see his eyes, his brow lifts, but his eyes don't quite dilate. He's like,
I'm a lab girl, but golden retrievers are pretty cute, gotta say.
Oh yeah, they are definitely my favorite. Just super, super, super sweet. Yeah, I like golden retrievers. Should I sit down? Is
yeah? Grab a seat. There's a few of us here. So.
A few. Oh, okay. And he just goes and he like sits down at one of the tables with like his iced coffee in his hand. Doesn't drink it, and just is very awkward. Just like sitting there waiting.
Aaron, this poor person.
Yeah.
Heather like goes and starts wiping down the table, and she leans over. It helps if you drink the coffee. It looks more normal. She goes to the next table and keeps
Yeah, yes. And he just like puts his lips to the straw, and you know, it empties some.
I'll sit down at the table with him. I'm the one who messaged you.
Oh, hey. This is interesting. You can call me Jack.
Jack, how do you know our mutual friend?
We were, I gave them housing one time when they needed it. How do you know them?
That is a complicated story. We met them recently.
Does it have
Let's
anything?
Let's just say we're helping them out.
Does it have anything to do with that hospital and the animals escaping from the zoo?
Now, why would you think that?
I don't know. I was just
obvious sarcasm.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, the same night though.
Yeah. Coincidentally, the same night. Yeah. Is it?
How many people are left in this place? Are there anyone other than us?
No, I think it's just a couple of the workers. Like, she's closing up the cafe, but there's like the actual like bookstore workers that are doing their closing. Yeah.
Okay.
Not paying that much attention. None of them care. They just want to get their shit done and go home.
Yeah, they figure this is just Heather's friends again, so we'll just walk out with them.
You just have to wait a few minutes for the store to close, and then we can take you to see E.
Cool.
Just if you do try to hurt E and you've lied to us, we will fuck you up.
He just kind of grins a little bit, and he's like, I have no doubt that you will.
She's cleaning and finishing her work. She does pull one of the other workers aside at one point and ask them to grab something for her. And they grab her like a watercolor pad and paint set from the art section, which she checks out and does all that stuff.
Yeah. Like before she closes her register. Yeah.
After Heather walks away, I'll lean in. Her bark is worse than her bite, but
it's like
we are watching you though.
That's
dog puns.
That's actually how we designed them. So,
but her gunshot is worse than both her bite and her bark.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's around this time, Javier, that you're kind of expected to be back home. What do you do?
I Okay.
Hey, Javier. Are you any good with cars?
Can I hear what Ollie would actually want to do? Sorry.
Oops, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted to do, because I do plan to go, because I made a promise and I'm gonna stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
But before then, I want to sit down, put my backpack on the table, open it up slightly, and with my hand on the gun, open it up so that he sees, and try to issue a command, and essentially threaten him to do what my friends tell you to, or else I will be the one who comes after you.
He just like looks up at you, and kind of gives you these big old eyes, and you hear the slurping finish of his coffee, and he goes, "I am incapable of hurting any of you."
You're not human then.
No, not at all. I am incapable of hurting any of you.
Okay. Sorry for the threat. Had to worry about my people.
He just, just is like, it's okay. We are living in a dangerous world, and I understand.
I have to leave now. I trust that you guys are gonna do great. Good luck. Do any of you want my gun?
Not me. I'm good. Thanks.
I think
Javier,
we'll be
do you
fine
need
with
a
that.
Sorry, what is it, Anna? You were saying?
I think we'll be fine without it, Javier.
Okay.
I'm almost done. Do you need a ride home?
That would be amazing. Actually, because I'm already a little late, I go outside and just break the wheel off my skate.
I mean, that was unnecessary. You could have said I offered you a ride home and then we had trouble getting the truck started. But okay.
Around this time, the phone rings. Heather.
Thank you for calling Jen Knox. This is Heather. How may I help you this evening?
Hi, sorry. I'm looking for my son. He said that he was going to be there to pick
Are
up
you
a
Javier's mom?
Yes.
Hey, yeah, he's here. I'm gonna give him a ride home, but he's trying to fix my truck.
He is not. He doesn't know how to do that.
He can hold things while I fix it, though. I don't have the thing that holds the hood up. It's
okay, honey. We can.
Do you want to talk to him and grab him real quick?
I was just saying that we could come and get him. We'll just come and get him. It's fine.
Oh, sure.
He's not supposed to be out. He's grounded.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Can I get you a coffee or anything? I can send it in with him.
It is almost 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, sorry. I drink coffee anytime, so it just I'm doing it at this point.
He has 15, or we're coming get him.
Alrighty then. Do y'all still want me to bring him, or do y'all want to come get him? Not
15.
Safe to... Yeah, I'll get him there.
Okay.
It's nice chatting with you.
And like she hangs up.
Hey Javier, that's your mom. She says you got 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
And I told her I'd bring you home. So
everybody piles out the store as Heather finishes everything. Luckily, like with the vehicle, it's only like a 5-minute drive, sort of thing. But as y'all kind of awkwardly stand in the parking lot with Jack there, as be like, so which car do I follow? Because there's 3.
You can follow me.
All right, cool. The Subaru,
Yep.
Got it.
All right.
Is Tony gonna get in with Is Tony going in his own vehicle, or is he gonna get in with Riley at any point?
I think he's just going to go with Riley if Riley's all right with that.
That's fine.
Riley, you mind if I just go with you? We don't really need all that many cars going up that way.
Absolutely. I can bring you back by afterwards.
All right.
Thank you.
So the lot of you go your separate ways. And Heather, I'm assuming you're gonna go meet at the hideout after you drop off Javier. Is there any car conversations that are gonna happen? Or shall we switch? Cut to a scene.
When we get in the car, I hand 3 cookies to Javier. I'm like, it's for you and your mom's.
Thank you. I'm sure they'll like it.
Sure. It always helps to have sweets when you're in trouble.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry. I just want to let you know I'm an asset too.
It's okay.
Okay.
Still think you're an asshole, but it's okay. Just as you understand that I'm a bitch.
Yep. You keep saying that, but you seem mostly just kind of. That would have sounded. You seem defensive more than anything.
Well, most of the time, if I start to care about someone, they usually end up fucking me over or disappearing, or so do what you got to do. And I'm used to it. Most people at this point in my life, if they interact with me, it's because they want something from me, or they want to make fun of me, or, and it's hard to. I used to not be like that, but you get burned enough times and you just walls up.
I understand. I really, really do. I can promise you something. We may not get along, but I will never tell you. You will know exactly why I ask you to do anything. I will never pretend.
I appreciate that, honestly.
Also, for the record, I want you to be safe. I want everybody to be safe.
I know.
All right. He's just gonna be quiet now.
Yeah. So, tell your moms I haven't seen them at the bar in a while, and I miss them. I don't know if your mom realized that was me. I was the same one on the phone, the same voice. But do you want me to walk in with you to make everything more plausible?
No, they're not. I'm sure Mom wouldn't care, but she's not. She'll be super mad if you come inside.
All right. I'll just tell them I said hello.
Okay.
And drop.
Yeah, and we'll cut to Tony and Riley. Any conversations in the car with y'all, or y'all just quietly driving?
The only thing Tony has to say isn't his to say yet. Because he doesn't know how badly Javier is fucked up. He only suspects.
He's fucked up 3,000.
Oh, I know.
All right.
So Riley's not gonna have much to say. She's lost in thought most of the way.
Cool. The radio plays I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. It just doesn't stop. It's played like once an hour. On the radio on Q93 FM. So you arrive at your hideout. Danielle is there. Penelope is sort of getting her stuff together because she has got to go. It's getting pretty late for her, and it's not uncommon for her to kind of come home around 10 or 11 o'clock sometimes, but she still has to get home at the very least. But she will stay for this so that she can hear what the fuck's gonna happen. There is a sigh of relief. You don't know if it's from Eder or Danielle, but just fucking relieved that to see Jack. And they don't like hug or anything because aliens don't know how to hug. But
No.
I mean they do, but it's not something that these aliens do.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I get it.
Yeah. It's like, you found Jack. Awesome. That's good. And there kind of goes into a little spiel explaining to Jack about what happened from Eder and Danielle's perspective. And Jack nods and looks at the lot of you and it's like, okay, well, and this is around time Heather drives up. So what's the plan?
Heather jumps out. She does have her shotgun over her shoulder.
Okay.
And a cup of coffee in the other.
Nice. She
Miss
is
anything?
quite violent, says Jack.
Just old friends catching up, it sounded like.
She seems that way, but she's a lot nicer than she looks. And a lot less prone to violence than you might think.
Heather blushes a little bit.
She did say that she was a dog person, so that's cool.
But I think the plan is to get Danielle and Eder to California.
Makes
sense.
There seems
to be other people there who can help them.
And the blue box as well. Well, it's called the Ascalif Device, he points out.
What?
Ascalif Device? So he kind of like taps his head a little bit. So from what I remember, Ascalif was the Andalite scientist who invented the morphing technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
Makes sense.
Where's your so your other friend's grounded and he couldn't come?
Tony tries to write this down, but he only has a couple of random napkins from the bar.
From the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And he's like, so I guess we should formal introductions. I don't have a name, but like I said, I picked Jack, at least like this. Well, you sort of see the Viking looking dude, like the redheaded dude with the metallic shirt, just sort of shimmer away. And you were presented with a android that stands about the same height as the person, just as this shiny silver metallic look, and a pointed snout like a dog or a wolf, with mechanical ears and
Whoa.
You can even see sort of, and kind of like beamy red eyes, and sort of tilts his head and he's like, I am Chi.
You're really weird but adorable.
Thanks.
Is that like illusions or like a hologram?
It's a hologram, yeah.
Cool.
See if I can find a picture of the Chi. Hold on. I can't believe I still have MapQuest up. See if I can find pictures of Chi.
I'm not here to question the incredible writing of these individuals, because I know there was a few people who contributed. Why did they look like dogs? Why?
Because dogs look like them.
Dogs look like them.
Right. but they're androids. What is there's a form and a function, and I don't understand.
I don't know if that link actually got to work. It did not because of the way
it about halfway.
Yeah, because of the way that it was like done. Hold on a second. Let's see. It's because it's DeviantArt. There we go. This is a pretty good one. This is a pretty. I like this interpretation a lot. There we go. In Twitch chat.
I'm really glad Javier's not there.
Yeah, except this one has floppy ears.
It is pretty cute.
Yeah. He's like, long story short, you're probably wondering why I look like a dog. It's not that, it's that dogs look like us. We sort of invented.
You get head scritches though, because it's from metal, but
dogs aliens?
No, they're not aliens so much as that we made them from wolves when we arrived on your planet. Because the wool to make them look more like our creators.
Well, it seems I owe you a thank you.
You're welcome.
Javier really picked a night to mess.
Pretty cool. Not gonna lie, this is kind of cool. And she kind of grins.
Right. So, what you're saying is there is a plan to get Danielle and Eder and Dimitri to California.
Dimitri might be a little more difficult.
You can just have a dog put into the car with, like, onto a flight with you.
It's not particularly safe. We've had that issue with with people who have purchased dogs from us from out of state.
I'll just buy an extra plane ticket for the dog and we'll just sit him in a plane seat with me. He'll be my dog.
Could work.
They're not allowed. I know sometimes they're weird about it. But
if we can get the Ascalif device to at least work again, we can give him the ability to morph in dog form so that he could at least change again. Not to himself, of course. Can't exactly acquire his own DNA from anywhere. It's stuck in zero space. But
that's a weird question because you technically have the same DNA as him. So I don't know.
Danielle's like that
ability. Could you tweak it?
Like, could you? Well, I mean, I do know. So our Andalite that lives in Northern California was actually able to combine morphs from like DNA from 4 different human beings to create an individual human being. So maybe the Andalite can teach him how to do that, but we need access to like multiple human beings we need access to his parents. I don't know how that would work, but his parents are controllers from what I understand. So
I've been working on something like that.
Oh, tilt his
here,
head.
watch. And I will attempt to turn into let's do jaguar but with eagle wings.
Oh,
and
I'm
gonna use the pigment from my crow to turn the wings black.
Yo, that's ridiculous.
That is awesome.
Just for show, not trying to make it fly, just for show.
Just for show. Okay, you just go ahead and like roll in a tune for me, please. It's gonna work. I just need to see like how well it works.
Right. I have I have 3 die for this.
Wow.
2 6s and a 5.
Dang.
You critted that, so it works smoothly. Like incredibly smoothly.
Oh, that's cool.
That is badass.
Spread the wings out and flap them a few times, and then I'll change back.
Neat. Danielle just widens her eyes. Like, both Yeerk and Danielle are surprised. So Jack kind of like rubs his metal chin. He's like, well, I think we should probably catch the next flight then.
Oh, LK's going, or I'm gonna bring out the oatmeal packets to.
Danielle like takes them and it's like, I will do this at the very last minute if I have to prolong myself.
How does that exactly work?
We're not quite sure, but it is the equivalent of being on crack cocaine. It is a drug for us, but it keeps us alive, but it's highly addictive. And look at Javier, where Ollie is like, what?
Javier's not here. His thoughts don't matter.
Yeah.
The night you picked to get grounded.
Oh, I'm going to have to figure out how much of my napkin notes survive to give to him.
The oatmeal is drugs. He's like, all right. I think what we're gonna do now is enter into a gather information phase before a score, because I think your score / mission is to get Danielle on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Prefer, and the earliest flights are y'all don't know this yet, so you'll have to figure that might be part of your gather information. So who would like to do a gather information roll? All right, it looks like we'll have that. All right, gathering information. All right. We know that Javier is getting together his papers essentially for Danielle. And Jack is gonna fly with them with his own ID and pick up the dog on the way out. So
for gather information, I would like to use study and my internet research skills to figure out what we should like look for, what we should be careful of as we're trying to pull this off.
All right, let's do it. To look for what you're careful of. Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, like mistakes to avoid, that sort of thing. So in study, I have 2 die, and that's a 5.
All right, a 5 is using an action rating. You will have, it's a success, so you will get good details and clarifying follow-up questions. So with a 5, you obviously the biggest thing to worry about that you could find on the internet, this is the metal detector for the Android is one. So that's something that might need to be disabled somehow. And of course, like, you would know that people are looking for Danielle and they're looking for Demetrius, so you will be on the lookout for Yeerk spies. Do you have any clarifying follow-up questions?
Just me or anyone in the group?
The group can suggest questions.
What other follow-up questions do we have?
Would it be easier to do a road trip? Could it be done?
I don't think we have the time.
Yeah, Eder doesn't have the time to drive from Louisiana to Northern California. Like,
what about we fly Danielle and then Jack and the dog road trip and meet them in California? Because that would get rid of a lot of the problems.
That is true.
I know I'm not there, but could psychically
we would be talking over the instant messenger.
Yeah, well, you're in the forest, so you can't.
Oh yeah.
You're.
Well, but I meant
like
for her internet research.
Yeah, for internet research. Yeah. 1 second. What was your question, Ollie? Before?
Well, just like, if I could just beam this thought into Riley's head of like, if the android were to have some sort of like veteran ID or something, or anything, even if it's fake or whatever, they could say there's prosthetics, metal plate in the head, all sorts of little things that like, I can't, the metal detector's going to detect me. And that might be a way around it. I'm not sure what the documentation for that would exactly be, but
Yeah, we can say that you DM that. It's a good idea.
Seems like a fake ID, though. I don't know how we would get that. I'd send that idea to Heather. I think she's probably the most likely to know.
She has a guy.
Jack tells you he'll be fine. He's like, I have, like, so one of the things that Jack does is he will just start showing you like different holograms of like different people that he could look like. And he's like, I got an ID for everyone that I look like. So you don't have to worry about me.
Problem is Demetrius, though.
We can.
Here's a question.
We can bust him out on the way to the airport.
Could try and dye him a different
We're
color.
doing this yet?
You want to dye the dog a different color?
Nix, what did you say?
Do we know when we're going to need to do this yet? Or how much time do we have for planning?
Hours.
Like the next day. Yeah.
Hours. Like, the plan is to get them on a plane before you go to class.
I really like.
No one will think anything weird at my house if I get up and leave early. That's pretty normal.
I can leave early as well. I really like Heather's plan. If we send just Danielle on the plane and the other two road trip, that really seems like the best idea.
That also gives us more time to rescue dog Mitri.
I mean, that shouldn't be too difficult.
It's really like as long as no one's there to get hurt. Like I said, it's not a problem for me. Jack says, but my concern is sending Eder and Danielle on a plane with Eder so close to starvation.
Do we want to try to hit the feeding pool then? I don't like that. I think it's a terrible idea.
You should not go into a Yeerk pool on your own. One of the things Jack is going to be like, I'm kind of hoping I put you into contact with the group up there once we get there and they help you out. Or at least some of them do. I don't know if all of them can come out. They're younger than you. How old are y'all? Like high school? Yeah, they're in 8th grade.
And they're doing all this as well?
Wow.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a couple years.
Dear God. That's bad shit.
Yeah. Yep. I'm here to help. So whatever you need me to do to help you, I can do. Whatever your plan is. Yeah.
The big issue is Demetrius being recognized, but
That's how we found him. The authorities were looking for the dog version of him.
We could, if he's my dog, we can perhaps produce AKC papers to prove that he belongs to me.
But that makes it more obvious that he's. I mean, can we forge those?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Like,
wait,
I'm an advanced alien android.
Get some from Daddy's office.
Or you could do that. Yeah. There you go. You could do that.
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that sounds like that'll work.
What kind of dog is Dimitri again?
German Shepherd.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, we don't do that many German Shepherds, but every once in a while we help with breeding.
All right.
I mean, but a lot of people aren't going to know what kind of dog breeder we are. So.
Yeah, it's fine. Papers are papers.
Yeah.
All right. So it sounds like plan-wise. By the way, I think I'm echoing off of you, Nixie. If you just want to.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is choose the plan and supply the detail. All right. So, and we're all, because we'll just straight up cut to whatever y'all are going to do, kind of thing, because that's how Blaze in the Darks works. There's not a lot of planning. There's a lot of let's just do it. Like
flashbacks.
Yeah, let's just do it kind of thing. And I'm assuming everyone here is going to be involved in this plan. Is it an assault, deception, stealth, space, because we decided space is going to be in place of occult, social, or transport?
I would say
probably transport
or deception.
I'd say deception, because we're not actually moving the people. We're just trying to buy them the tickets, more or less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so transport is so deception is lure, trick, or manipulate. So okay.
Or it could also be stealth.
It could be a stealth mission.
Trying to get them out without anyone noticing it's them.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Do either of those fall in our... Let me get that.
We are...
Mostly in assault. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Sometimes you got to do stuff outside of your purview.
That's fine. So it's either deception or stealth. How are y'all? What are y'all deciding?
My gut says deception, but I don't think we've heard from Javier.
I think deception would be the most accurate, because we're not even hiding. We're just walking up, pretending to be other people, and saying, "Hey, this kid's getting on a boat." Plane.
A boat plane.
Yeah. There you go. The method of deception. We need that detail. What is the method of deception?
They're going to disguise themselves as me. I'm going to disguise myself as my mom. Buy myself
fake papers for the dog.
Papers for the dog. Okay. Then what we will need now is y'all will need to choose your morph loadout. And we will need to do an engagement roll. I'm going to pee before we do the engagement roll. So,
okay.
Because listen, me and McDonald's have been having a day today. Mm-hmm.
I shall also take a bio.
My thought was that the rest of us would be in morph form as animals nearby. My bird. I think Riley has a few options.
My options are kind of big. I could do mouse and be inside.
Yeah.
The Yeerks know about our animal form, so whatever, the smaller, the more nondescript, the better.
Yeah.
I mean, my jaguar and my bald eagle, neither of those are going to fly.
It's why I was going to go with the pine warbler. Because it's very small. I also have the cat, which is also just fine.
Yeah, but that might draw attention at an airport.
Just as the warbler, watch out for jet engines, please.
I wasn't planning to fly too much.
Okay.
The cat would be okay as long as I stuck to not the tarmac, because they do have restaurants around, so they probably have mice somewhere for. And when there's mice, there's cats.
Yeah, I'm thinking mouse is best for me. I guess I can ride in partway with Javier and then get sit down somewhere, or with Danielle.
All right, my friends.
You could be in Dimitri's thing. They'll have to set him down for a second, and it should be easy enough for you to sneak out.
That is true.
Because the bars for a German Shepherd are not going to stop a mouse, and no one's going to notice as long as they set you down before they put you in the machines.
Yeah, but I think it's safer to have you on person in case any luggage gets taken anywhere. The person who has you on them can dip out. And then if you need to do something, you can brain speak and be let loose to pull computer cables or pull fire alarms or whatever. To do.
Pull fire alarm.
Hey, we don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just saying.
I just imagine as a mouse, like dangling from the fire alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, I can do that then.
Oh.
I noticed that Nixie was gone. I didn't know who was going to be doing the engagement role.
I think we've had Riley do it the past several times, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
so
somebody
someone
else
else
do
should
it.
probably do it.
I-
Javier, I think you're taking point.
Yeah, let's get Javier on this.
Okay,
all right.
What am I rolling?
All right, so you have a base fortune roll of 1 dice. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
I feel like it's pretty well thought out. It's pretty quiet.
And we're marching wanted people through a regulated airport and out of state.
While trying to do it while your parents are all asleep.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
before
one
school.
of the two.
Before school. Before, probably none of you are going to bed tonight. You were going to be so tired.
I feel like it's pretty daring for us.
Okay. I will give it to you. All right. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Sadly not, really.
Mm-hmm. So we're saying the target is essentially the airport security when you think about it. And this doesn't particularly expose anything.
Not particularly.
Yeah. Do your friends' contacts provide aid or insight?
They do.
Yes, I will say that they definitely do. Because you have your chief friend who's essentially there as your backup. This is essentially a military base. That the airport is on, so this is not your preferred hunting ground. Is your target is a lower tier. Y'all are still tier 0, right? Or did y'all make it to 1?
I thought we were tier 1 now.
I think y'all are tier 1. Let me see.
We had crude XP
from your. It would be from
we
rep.
Did level up.
Yeah, we did level up, and y'all did pick out the. Oh, that's right. Javier, you should add a +1 to either skirmish, hunt, or wreck. And so, because we decided on that ability for y'all.
So no, we're still tier 0.
All right, so you are equivalent to the same tier. So you don't get add-ons to that. So we're at 3. And let me see if you have any disadvantage. Yes. No. Yes. All right. You will have 2 dice to roll.
Okay, here we go. The 5 and a 4.
All right, so you have a mixed result. You're in a risky position when the action starts.
Honestly, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are all of you going to the veterinary hospital first, or are y'all essentially splitting up and having your chief friend go to the hospital first with somebody or by themselves?
I was planning to at least go as well in case something happened.
All right, cool.
So you could theoretically deal with it all because it should all be legitimate. But in theory, if we do have to do an actual breakout, I can theoretically give enough distraction for the cheetah.
Yeah. So you're gonna be there. Luckily, you'll probably be there before it opens. And we're gonna play this little scene out first before we do the airport scene. So Tony and Jack, you're in Jack's vehicle, to kind of protect your identity. Y'all drive up to the vet. There is a vehicle there, even though we'll say it's probably like 3 a.m. And that's usually because at a veterinary hospital, sometimes there are animals that need to be bottle fed, things like surgeries that need to be checked up on.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is one vehicle there and the lights are on.
It's not that weird black mirrored government vehicle we've been seeing them drive around.
It's literally like a white pickup truck that is probably just like a vet assistant or some sort. Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah. What do you do, Tony?
The doors are closed. They're still locked. I don't really want to break a window if we don't have to.
Jack parks across the street in the feed store and turns his lights off.
This is gonna be probably this isn't a 24-hour hospital, so we can't just go in. You know what? I do have my Tomcat form, and I think I'm going to turn into the Tomcat.
Okay.
Morph. And then I'm going to make a lot of noise, as only a Tomcat can.
So you're gonna go and be a distraction for the break-in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Theoretically, he should be able to get in if the vet assistant is theoretically going to come out and be like, "What the heck is going on with a cat?"
Yeah.
In our parking lot.
All right. What do you want to roll me for that? Like, obviously, I'm not gonna have you roll a tune this time because you've been in your Tomcat before. Your morph clock starts as you turn into a cat. What are you gonna roll?
Quite going to be. You know what? I'm going to go with wreck. There should be some sort of garbage or something here, and I'm just going to destroy it.
Okay, go ahead as a Tomcat. Just knock over this garbage can.
That is a 3 and a 5, so it's a 5.
A success. Yeah. Do you also do that very comical cat scream that's always nice. Yeah, so with the 5, the trash kind of goes around, and this vet assistant comes, and they have a scrub shirt and blue jeans on. They got their flashlight and they're looking around like, where are those raccoons, possums? Turns the flashlight and just at this. What kind of cat are you?
It's a big orange Tom.
A big orange, and he's like, "Oh, hi, kitty. I've never seen you before. You look pretty healthy. Where did you come from?" And just sort of kind of walks towards you and squats and at you.
Okay, I'm gonna play the game then. The great cat game, and let him come close till he can almost touch me.
Yeah.
And then about 20-30 feet away.
Yep. And he's gonna be like, wait, come back. And he's gonna try again. And as you do this the second time, that's when Jack's gonna kind of sneak around the back and go into the office.
All right.
Kind of thing.
Have Dimitri tell me when you guys are out so I can ditch this guy.
he can't tell you anything back, but cool.
Yeah.
Like, in just a few minutes later, you hear very groggily, it's like, 5 minutes? Just one more distraction so that we can get out?
Okay. Shoot, I don't want to do this, but I think it's going to work the best. I'm going to let him come over and actually grab me.
Okay. He comes and he, like, grabs you.
Does he have gloves or something?
Yeah, he has gloves on.
Okay.
Because he was busy.
But
like,
he's in a.
Yeah, he's got.
But he's
like,
just in a smock, right?
No. He has blue jeans and a scrub shirt on. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. As soon as he grabs me, I'm going to scratch the shit out of him.
You're gonna have to roll for that.
Yep. I assume this is going to be a skirmish.
Yeah. All right, cool. Skirmish, gotcha.
That is a 6 and a 2.
All right, that is a success. Like, you're just like, you just reek your claws fur and you like hiss at this man, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like, and you just like go at him, and he's like, "Oh shit, cat!" It's like, and just kind of like, he doesn't want to toss you because he loves animals.
Yeah.
But it just becomes too much for him, and he just like just wriggles and just, okay, go. I'm sorry, and
shit, I don't want to play this after that. And then I'm going to, this will get him to come over. So I'm going to go towards the road, not where the car is though.
Okay, he's not going to chase you at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not going to chase you at this point, because cat scratch fever is a real legit problem. He doesn't know where you came from.
It is.
So
it is.
Yeah. So now he has to go and get antibiotics, and he goes, "I'll get you soon, Garfield. Just you wait," as he calls out to you as you run off. And you do get to the car, and like the window is open so that if you could just like hop in. And Dimitri's there, just kind of laying across the back seat. He's lost a little bit of weight because he just had surgery, and he's got his leg wrapped up, but otherwise he's okay. And he's like, "Hey, Tony."
Hey. I'm going to turn back because I'm still don't do the cat thing that often, and dog right there.
Cool. We're gonna go ahead and cut there and switch over to the scene to where the other 3 of you, or 4 of you, because Danielle is there too, are waiting. Danielle has acquired you already. I'm assuming you have brought a change of clothes.
Yep.
All right, it's like, I sure hope this works.
Yeah, should be pretty easy peasy. Here's my state ID, and here's this and that, and just be uncomfortable when you talk to anyone, and no one will know you're not me.
So why are we going to California?
You're going to California to meet with your uncle. He's gonna be just spending a little bit of time with him, family and whatnot. If anyone asks, if anyone needs any extra information, let him know that he's getting you in touch with your other family.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I gotcha. This is gonna be interesting, and kind of thinks that probably won't have to worry about going into the bathroom during the flight, just because we're gonna probably connect in Houston or Dallas first, or Atlanta. Oh, I hope it's Houston or Dallas. I hope it's Dallas. I don't want to go to Atlanta. Just kind of like thanks, and like doing like the timing in her head so she doesn't get trapped as you, kind of thing. And it's like, okay, I think And I mean, this is about the time that Tony and them drive up. Y'all are, I'm assuming, like a few, not like maybe, or where are y'all? Like exactly, where did y'all decide to meet as far as the airport goes?
What? I'm assuming it's not a very large airport.
It's not. It has like 4 terminals. Yeah, I'll even just link y'all the airport itself.
So the parking side, it probably doesn't have like a parking deck or anything like that.
Yeah, there's a parking lot. Like there's a long-term parking lot and a short-term parking. And you do have to there's somebody that will be at the there's somebody that will be at the to give you a ticket if it's like short term or something like that. So there's that. To like park, bring your kid to the airport, that kind of stuff. So it'll be kind of weird if y'all are riding with Jack. So
since we're not expecting this to be too long, I'm going to go back to being a bird. Or rather, go to being a bird.
Okay, you're gonna essentially take lookout as your bird.
Yep.
Gotcha. Cool. Sounds good.
As we don't need a bunch of cars randomly pulling up to this place, and if mine's just parked nearby where the fitness place is, that's not too weird.
A few of us could be going to the AFB Heritage Park as well to see the planes.
Mm-hmm. Here's the question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to risk? I mean, could there be evidence in Jack's car? Do we want Jack to leave his car parked out where we are, our hiding places? And like, I could drop him off in my truck.
Jack's like, really don't have to worry about me. I am just going to abandon the car. It's not the first or the last time. Like as far as from my understanding, as far as like that I am understanding is that like Jack is gonna do everything he can to not look like he's attached to y'all at all. Like that's kind of like the only thing that y'all are gonna have in common is a destination point, and y'all might even probably go to different terminals to even get your ticket. So. Yeah.
We could really use a car that we could just abandon.
Well,
we could drop his keys somewhere.
If he leaves his keys in the car, one of us can just, in animal morph, take it.
Drive it as a gorilla, like outside.
No, he means as a mouse, go in and take the keys and turn
Jack
back.
has no issue like leaving the keys, kind of thing.
Right.
Great to have a car that's not associated to us.
Mm-hmm.
That would be amazing.
Useful.
Mm-hmm.
Considering at the moment all we have is your partially fucked up car.
Yeah. So once we get close, I'm going to turn into a mouse and I'm going to ride with Danielle in a pocket or in a pocket or something. Somewhere where I'm hidden.
Okay.
In case I'm needed to do something in mouse form. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get in there.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So y'all go in. I have morph clocks started for 3 of you. What is Heather doing?
You could be the one taking care of the car.
Yeah,
acquiring our new vehicle.
I'm just gonna morph into a mouse and hang out in the back seat of that car.
All right, y'all are all on a single morph clock. I would like Tony with your bird ability. Are you the tiny bird that you have turned into?
I am the tiny warble. Yeah.
You are a warble. All right. Do you just want to do a roll for me as if you like a look around for anything? Like what's
Yeah, I would love to do a survey roll.
Okay.
Because I'm not technically hunting for anything at the moment, so it's just gonna be a survey.
You're hunting
Sadly, I only have the one die for it, but that's okay.
That's right.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. Yeah, so that's a partial success. You're flying around just like cheep, 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 cheep. And you do notice that there is a single black Escalade parked in the same sort of like the same like the long-term parking. And there is someone in it.
Okay. Guys, there's one of those black cars here. So theoretically, some of our friends are around.
Mm-hmm. You're muted. Next. Mm-hmm.
I might be able to mess it up.
I can't really.
Last case scenario. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we don't want to draw attention if we don't have to.
If y'all give the word, I'll go chomp through the brake lines.
Actually, that might be a good idea just to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
they all were thinking
we also
smashing
blow up.
Yeah, so that's a great idea. So what I'm imagining. So Heather, you said you were with Jack and Dimitri in Jack's car.
Yep.
So what I imagine this scene going as everyone, because whatever car that you're in with Danielle, which I'm thinking is Riley's car in the Subaru, that is probably being driven by Ollie as his mom, or Javier as his mom. Like, they're going to short-term parking, whereas Jack is going to long-term parking where this Escalade is at. Mm-hmm. And Jack is going to not park next to the Escalade, but wants to be close enough to where like where you, Heather, can get there to do a brake line.
Here's the question. Can we get a decent look at the driver, or the windows like super tinty?
They're super tinty. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Super tinty. But let's go ahead and let's resolve that. So
okay.
So you wanted to do the brake lines. I think this sounds like a tinker roll, but if you want to do something else,
don't really have anything in tinker. I've got one in rec.
I mean, it seems like a wreck too.
Seems like a wreck too. Yeah. What tick did you put your mouse tick in for your extra for its specialization?
I didn't.
Yeah, so you can pick one now. Like, what is the special tick for mouse?
I like the tinker would kind of work for the mouse.
Oh, it totally could.
Mm-hmm.
Write that down.
Yeah, so it's up to you if you want to do a rec or a tinker. They'll have, if you do a rec, you will have like a your effect will be a little bit more limited, I will say. Whereas if you did a tinker, it will be like a more precise, greater effect.
We'll go for tinker.
Okay.
Do I have any rerolls just in case?
You have boop boop boop. Where are we at?
I think I have one. I'm not sure.
Morphs NPCs, like sheet one.
You have a bunch. You have 2 extra dice and 1 reroll.
Yes, you do. And
throw an extra dice in there.
And 1 auto success.
Okay, I'm just gonna take the auto success.
That's what they're there for.
It's not just an auto success, it's an auto crit. So you will take that. That was Katie donated that to us a few weeks ago. So go ahead and which the crit will put y'all from a risky to a controlled position. So go ahead, narrate this for me. How does this go?
So, and she whispers to Dog Mitri, and she was like, make sure you just bark a little so they look at you and not me.
I mean, you're a mouse. I really don't want attention on me.
That didn't help last time.
They're literally looking for me.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. So she's lying on the floorboard. Like she sneaks out when Jack opens the door.
Mm-hmm.
And she scurries and gets like all underneath the car, and then climbs up the tire and into the fuselage and starts gnawing.
Mm-hmm. You gnaw and you.
And she's had to mess with her brake lines enough. She knows exactly where they are.
Yep. You gnaw and the brake is.
She might try to put a hole in the fuel pump, the fuel line.
There you go. That's good too. Yeah,
she's gonna fuck this shit up.
Yeah, you fuck up. It's gonna take you, because you are still a tiny mouse. It's gonna take you the duration of like 3 out of your 6 ticks to do that, because you're so tiny and you're going after everything. Which we will cut to the inside of the airport now. The 2 of you have gotten in first, and Jack and Dimitri will be behind y'all, sort of thing. So, all right, Ollie, Javier, this is you, bud. What you doing?
All right. I grab Danielle's hand and scoot on up to the counter.
Do you normally hold hands with your mom at 17? I feel like I should be. And she's like, Mom, stop. No, don't do it. Like, I'm not a child.
Fine. Never want to hold my hand anymore. Fine.
You're kind of sweaty. Are you nervous? What?
You're Riley laughing and thought speak.
My baby is gonna be going so far away. Of course, I'm nervous. Okay, we'll talk about this when you get back. It's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Can I get one ticket to
San Francisco?
Out of character. San Francisco, please.
Oh, yes. You will be having a Dallas connection. She looks. Oh, 1 ticket for.
My boy here.
Oh, okay. You are the legal.
Give her your documents.
Javier, Danielle hands over, or Javier hands over. Javier hands over the documents. Yo, that is a dope fucking name. Hold on.
That is a good one.
That's a good one. I'm gonna save that one. Like Javier hands over the documents.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, I see you're a minor, 17, connecting in Dallas. Who will be picking him up in San Francisco?
His uncle. I named him a long time ago.
Oh yeah, your uncle's name is Hector.
Yes, Hector Benitez.
Hector Benitez, and she's like typing all of this, and it's like, and don't worry, we will give him an escort to his connecting flight in Dallas, so he's not going to miss it. He will be safe. Kind of looks over. Oh, look at that cute dog behind you. Like, as you know, Jack is like standing there in military garb, or hologram of one, with Dimitri like standing at attention. It's like, is he okay? Yes, he's a service dog, ma'am, and military. He's retiring, and I am bringing him home with me. It's so good. Like, kind of thing. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I promise I'm getting everything set up. I saw a dog. I couldn't help it. Like, she starts to type again on the thing, and the ticket like prints out, because that's essentially what you have to do. And she hands the ticket to Danielle. And there is like a waiting room up on the upstairs by the terminal, and then like there's like the metal detector and like the one like hallway with the 4 terminals. There's 2 on each end. She's like, "You're at gate 3. Have a nice flight."
Thank you. All right, honey, let's get going.
Yeah, and y'all hang out essentially at the upstairs, and there's like a little cafe upstairs, and there's a guy there just kind of sitting at the table like sipping his coffee with glasses. Looks like sus as fuck. And kind of glances at the 2 of you, doesn't really say much, but then does kind of glance over at Jack and the dog, and you can't see, like, you can't really see him glancing because of his sunglasses that he's wearing inside, but there's a moment of clocking, right?
All right. And Riley's with us, right?
Yes, Riley is a mouse inside of your purse.
I'm writing with Danielle.
Or with Danielle, yeah.
Yes. I'm still in the doghouse. So I think I want to whisper to Danielle and more specifically Riley. Is Matrix out yet?
Oh, I don't think so. 99. Matrix is not out yet.
Damn. All right.
Blade Runner is, though.
Looks like we have some unwanted company. They seem to have some eyes on Dimitri and Jack. Riley, could you relay that to everybody?
I knew this was a bad idea. Straight to Jack. I will say, wait, does Javier describe to me the person? Because I'm hidden at the moment. Okay. Yeah, so straight to Jack. I'll describe the person, saying, I think he's noticed Demetrius. Well, may have a bit of trouble.
There's just kind of like a like doing that, like just a big yawn, like.
Does Brain Speak translate the thumbs up?
He just gives a thumbs up so that you can see Javier.
Okay.
Did he acknowledge it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of this is at this time this suited guy will sort of stand up and walk over to go talk to feigning it as if he is going to shake this man's hand to thank him for his service, kind of thing. And has like a slight conversation, and you can even overhear it because it's early in the morning. There's not a lot of people. He's a little loud, and he asks, "Where are you heading?" And Jack says, LA. He's like, all right, cool. And the suited man goes downstairs.
So Heather's with by the other car, right?
Yes.
Okay, can we use our messaging relay system to get some info on what's happening in the other cars? The other person seem to have moved or have been contacted at all?
Yeah. You're gonna. You have a bird and a mouse outside that can help you with that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you mentioned it to Riley, I'll send a straight to Heather. I think Demetrius has been clocked. Is there any movement out there?
Can I get to where I can hear what's going on in the cab of the vehicle?
You might be able to.
She's gonna try.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She doesn't want to get in the cab, but like up in like behind the dashboard or something.
You're gonna have to get pretty close. So go ahead and roll me. Something, and we'll figure out where you at.
Hunt, because I'm hunting for them.
Ah, interesting. You are
hunting. Information.
You are hunting. Okay. I would say that if you went stalk, this would be a more exceptional roll for you. But with hunt, it will still be like a little bit limited on the effect.
What hunt? I don't have stalk as a stat.
Then you would roll, if that was the case, you would roll 2 and you would take the lowest.
Okay.
But that's you can go for the higher chance with a limited effect or a greater effect with a lower chance is essentially.
I'm going for it.
Okay, do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Question, is stalk prowl?
Yeah, prowl. Yeah, sorry. I put stalk because it's a different game. It would be the same as prowl. Yeah.
Just making sure. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
6. I got a 6 and a 4.
Well, then you got a 4.
Hey, a 4 is still good.
Not terrible.
Yeah, then you got a 4.
A 4 is still a success.
Yeah, 4 is still a success. So essentially you crawl in soon enough. You don't know what is done or said, but you crawl in soon enough just to kind of hear the beeping of a pager, and he gets out of the car.
And she does her head thing to Javier, to everybody. Dude, just get out of the SUV.
Mm-hmm. And Tony, you can see him walking, and he meets with the other guy that's standing outside.
Does the guy who get out of the car also have the dark sunglasses and whatnot?
Oh yeah, like they're definitely super secret agents.
Annoying.
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan? Do we need to abort, have them run? What?
So here's the thing. So Jack said they were going to LA, which would be the same connecting flight in Dallas. But obviously different planes, like leaving kind of thing. Jack, this is a question I have for y'all. Who did you give the Ascalif device to?
I think it should be with Danielle. She would have the easiest time getting on the.
Yeah, we give it to Danielle.
Okay.
Because if something were to happen, she also can morph and go to California on her own.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right. That's good to know. So that's there. Tony, do you want to get in? They're talking about something.
Yeah, I will try and get on whatever's nearby. There should be clumps of birds every which way.
Yeah, there is you can go stand in front of a vehicle. There's a bush,
whatever's nearby. I will try and I think this would still just be a survey, but I realized I had extra dice too, so I'm gonna go ahead and take one of my extra die and roll 2.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
And good thing because I got a 2 and a 5, and I'd much rather have the 5.
All right. So they will. You overhear them. You kind of fly in. You go into the bush. You listen to them talk, and it seems like one of them plans on essentially getting on the plane as well and following them.
So to everyone in the building, Actually, all of our little group, because I might as well not exclude Heather. That doesn't make any sense to exclude her. It sounds like one of them's going to follow, unless we think everyone on that plane is infected. I don't think he can do a bunch on the plane to a person who looks like a vet. That's just asking for the rest of the passengers or one of the airline people to do something to him.
It's true.
Might also be a good opportunity for us to get. There's only two of them. We might have a chance to actually get real interrogatable witnesses, or captives, possibly even freeing two trapped individuals.
Possibly, but that's full combat in broad daylight in front of a bunch of people.
It's not daylight. There's no daylight yet.
Dawn.
Yeah, it's early in the morning.
It's still in front of a bunch of people.
It's fall. The parking lot is pretty secluded and quiet. Like, there's not, like, most of the traffic is just people there is a little bit more traffic as, like, the flight times get closer, but it is at it's at the drop off, right? Around this time, Javier will look up at you, Javier, and go, I'm gonna go into the bathroom. Everyone now is at 3 ticks on their morph clock. And she goes, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, the ladies' room, and I'm going to go reset my morph timer. Or just reset my timer, she says.
Okay. When you come back, I think how long just
it's the ladies' room. You could also go inside.
Right, I could. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm a lady.
You are a lady. So the three of you will have time to reset your timer. I had to go to the bathroom again, but somebody went in there. I have to go to the bathroom. So, and we have the two of you that are outside with these two guys. Is there anything that the two of you, Mouse and Bird, want to do with these two guys in the secluded parking lot with very few eyes?
Not particularly. Javier can't communicate to us, and as far as I'm aware, the only combat-y things
Riley
we have
can.
are rhinos.
Can I overhear anything that they're saying?
You were in the car, but I would say that Tony has relayed the information to you.
Okay.
The one of them's buying a ticket to go to LA.
If I could relate to Riley that I have not a plan per se, but a guttural reaction, I guess, that I could take on a persona very quickly that no one knows of yet. No one has seen this person. So if they're noticed or tracked, it wouldn't be an issue. Since Javiela is already ready to go, I could just leave them. They're good. They have their ticket. That everything's set, and I could meet up with Nick and Heather, and maybe Riley can come too. It depends on what she thinks is most efficient. Maybe staying with Danielle would be efficient too, just to keep her safe for a little bit. That being said, once I get out there, we could start fighting. Like, we could full brawl and then run. If Heather gets in the car, get that started, Tony and myself could try to dispatch the enemies.
As you're relaying this, like right. I need you to just roll me something because someone's gonna like. I'm assuming y'all are like in the stalls. Like, I need y'all to like roll me something to just kind of like whenever, you know, you hear the clicking of some heels coming in, like to go unnoticed, I guess, with your words.
So we went into the women's restroom, and Danielle looks like Javier.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. So we'll say that she went into the boys' restroom and y'all went into the women's restroom to talk. Yeah. But it's also, y'all could also reset your morph clocks in there if that's something that you want to do. I actually, again, have to go to the bathroom, and we are at 7:30 right now. I'm actually going to switch over to we'll take like an actual 5-minute break for all of us. We might go a little over 8 today just because we can finish this score and then do XP, just to let everyone know, but I do really have to go. So we'll just switch over and everyone can take a break now. We will be right And we are back, everyone. All right, bio is over. We got a party to crash. I mean, a plane to catch. I mean, yes. So for the sake of cinematics, we will say that after your little bathroom thing, the plane begins to board. So Danielle is very sure to get on first, and then Jack and Dimitri are like right behind her. And this is around the time when, like, once you see that she is safely on, or they are safely on, then y'all can execute your plan, and we will cut to that plan. Like, once things start to board, there's like a 30 minutes, or so at these small airports, probably a 10 or 15 minute window. And so, like, there's this moment where the bad guy looks at his watch and it's like, I gotta go get the chicken. I gotta go, man. He's like, yep. And
so
what do y'all do?
Can I call for a tiny flashback?
Yeah. Yes, of course. That's the mechanic of this. And depending on the flashback is how much stress you will take.
Right. Well, I want to do this so I can avoid having to attune on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to last night, and I know we're not going to get a lot of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just in my room, basically trying to meditate, because I took a new ability where I can fuse my human morphs together, my human bodies.
Gotcha.
And I know it might not be exactly accurate to the rules. I think I might have to pick the specifically the morphs and not my own DNA, but I was hoping to fuse specifically my DNA with my mom's.
That's definitely not rules as written, but you do have multiple people inside of your human DNA. You have at least 3 humans inside of you.
At least 3 people in me at all times.
Oh my.
Ooh.
I'm inside you.
Oh, thank you.
So it's some random nurse and his mom.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
So
I forgot you had the nurse.
Yep. So Javier,
who happened to have a twin sister.
Yeah, Javier has 3 lesbians inside of him. So anyway, continue.
But just because maybe it's just I'm hoping for something thematic or whatever, but I was hoping to fuse myself with my mom.
Like, you can technically do that, like, by not completing the morph. Like, you wouldn't even need to technically use your ability. You would just not need to complete the morph, if that makes sense, right? Because you don't need to fuse yourself. You already exist. So you would just not need to complete that. But what you're saying is you want a flashback that you practice that.
Yeah. I want to be able to transform into someone who looks distinguishably not like my mom and not like myself.
And do me a favor with that, Dan, to determine how much stress you will have for that. Go ahead and just do me a resolve resistance roll. And that's how I'm going to determine that in this flashback.
Resolve resistance?
Yeah, so you know where your resolve is, and underneath the gray boxes, however many boxes you have.
I have 3 of them filled.
You have 3 dice. There you go.
I'm a very resolute child.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 5s and a 6, baby.
All right, then you don't take any stress from that. Because it's like 6 is the stress bar that from a resistance roll, and you subtract it from your highest dice roll. So you take no stress from that flashback. But we cut back to you essentially going back and forth, practicing to fuse human beings together, and yourself together to essentially make you look like a different person altogether. So you end up. What do you end up looking like?
I think I end up looking how Javier wants to look. He wants, in some way, shape, or form, to look like his mother's child. Like, he wants to look like he's part of them. That being said, he did like that nurse's hair, so thank you very much. But yeah, just like the tan child of my mom. That's what I want.
Yeah. Are you looking masculine, feminine, androgynous? What is like the look in that way? Yeah. I'm just trying to get a picture.
Yeah, heavily androgynous. This will lead to other things, I'm sure, but yeah, heavily androgynous.
Cool. Yeah, so you take basically your mom's height, your skin color, the nurse's hair, just a weird build, like you have like sort of like a narrower chest but slightly wider hips, just like this little mismatch of three human beings together, and yeah, you are a new person, still dressed as your mom.
You're a brand new you.
But a brand new you. Yeah, you made sure the clothes fit you. Like,
I will name myself some other day.
Okay.
Now I have business.
Okay. All right, that's you. All right, now what's going on?
I'm gonna go confront the people.
Oh.
Yeah, while Javier was morphing, I had the intention of getting outside under a car where I wasn't seen and morph as well. Because I have to demorph and remorph.
Gotcha. Let's just.
But I can theoretically do it quicker. I don't know.
Yeah, you can theoretically do it quicker. Let's. Where are you going to? Just a quick roll for me to see if you get noticed anywhere. That kind of stuff. Like, where are you doing this at? And what are you turning into?
Well, because of how this day is going, I'm turning from mouse into jaguar.
just a panther just lurking in the airport bushes.
As they
underneath
do.
a car.
They're well known for that.
Underneath the car. Oh man.
I'm going to find a car. I'm going to crawl underneath it, and I'm going to demorph. And I want my face to be the last thing to demorph and the first thing to morph.
Gotcha.
And I have like my face down into the concrete. Like I'm trying very hard to hide my identity.
Okay. What do you want to roll for that to hide?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'd say I would personally see a sway or a finesse roll would probably work really well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I could do either. I have one in each. My jaguar gives me a finesse as well.
Yeah, we'll say it does that. Awesome. One of the notes that I'm going to have for this skin particularly is actually reworking the attributes to be more in tune with the actual canon itself, kind of thing. Because these are like the straight up Blades in the Dark attributes, and there's definitely some times where it's like, oh, this could be tweaked. But yeah, that's yeah. Go ahead and run a finesse.
5 and a 3, so a 5.
All right, 5 is fine. Like, it doesn't bring you down to any sort of like lower level or anything like that. Like you're good. There is like a moment where like your time will run a little short, and not time like in your morph, but at some point somebody gets into this car, and that's like your minor consequence, and they're waiting in the car. Like you can just hear them like jiggling around. Maybe they're looking for their keys. They are probably like an airport worker, if anything. But that's so, like your
Yeah, so I can push myself to morph even quicker. Do I feel like I need to do that? Like
no. Yeah, it's not that. It's like pretty much like after you finish everything, they haven't noticed you yet, is what I'm saying. Like that'll be like a small challenge, or not, like to if you want them to continue to unnotice them when you leave from underneath this car, or if they take off, for you not to get hit by the car, kind of thing. yeah, it's just like maybe it could just be an airport worker on their break. You don't know, sort of thing. But the car does turn on, but it doesn't move. So, and you know it turns on because the radio comes on, Q93 FM. And so the rest of you can actually hear this. So that's Riley's setup. Nick, what's Tony's setup?
Tony is going to he's got to go become a rhino somewhere. This was shoot. I had a thought, but then I realized this isn't a double-story structure. The parking lot. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have to. What's the nearest like building that isn't the actual airport? Do they have like a storage thing nearby?
There is not necessarily that, and there's actually a moat surrounding the airport with fountains. I'm not shitting you. Like, so the nearest building is actually on the other side of the moat, and it's like somebody's house.
Wait, so they're fountains, though.
Yeah.
So they're shooting water even now?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm
not kidding you. Like, this is how it's a very bizarre place.
That will work fine.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to go into the fountain and demorph and then remorph into a rhino.
Okay. Same thing.
The water is going to be enough that any sort of video footage from here is not going to be good enough.
So you're just gonna be a rhino jiving in the moat? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I like
Not a great place to hide, but it's a rhino. How am I hiding?
Yeah, just go ahead and roll me. What do you want to roll to be hidden?
I was planning to do survey because mostly I want to make sure I'm not directly facing any random camera I can see.
Are you surveying
or
as
a person,
a human, a bird, or a
as the bird right before I dive down, basically?
Okay, because remember, like rhinoceroses have like
terrible
vision.
eyesight. Yeah. Oh, I'm aware.
Shit vision.
I'm aware, but I'm pretty sure I can find the airport building.
Yeah. You point yourself in the direction that you know which way you have to go. Yeah. Okay.
I did not succeed. That was a 3.
That was a 3. Okay. So you land and you get to the part, like it seems
you do not get
it seems fine at first. But this is going to be around the time, by the time you get to like your rhinoceros stage, and you are just, you're almost like crocodile level standing in this moat, and you don't see it at first because, but you do hear the sound of, like sneakers on pavement because somebody's out for their run. And they stop and they're like, what the fuck is that? And this person is going to get closer to the edge of the water. And they have like a little headlamp on. And they're just like,
yeah.
Is that a fucking rhinoceros? Like, in the water?
Put water in your mouth. Pretend to be a statue.
Man, I never seen that before. I'm gonna have to go get my camera. Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere, Rhino. And so you have been noticed, but you will have like an opportunity to go somewhere else. But we're gonna resolve that later because I still need to know like where Heather is at. Yeah. Heather, what's up? Where are you? What's your setup? Yeah.
So the moment we formulate the plan, my little mousy butt sneaks back and sneaks to Jack's car, and like I morph back to where I'm like lying down on the floor with the back seat, and I grab the bag and I start putting my clothes on, and like last thing I do is I put my hoodie on and I like kitty it. So just this. And
that's acceptable.
I have the keys in my hand, and when I get the signal, I'm jumping up into the front seat and starting the car and going for it.
All right, cool. Just I guess do me one more. Just I'll get a roll from you to make it look for you to hide well enough in your task. And then we'll get to Ollie, and Ollie's with the signal with the confrontation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
P.S. The signal's going to be pineapple.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So just one dice?
Well, what are you rolling?
What should I roll? That's why I'm.
Mm-hmm.
Growl? Wait, I got it.
We had someone do finesse. We had someone do survey. For their. I'm sure I'm okay. Yeah.
Prowl, I guess.
You want to do prowl? Okay, it'll be.
She's kind of waiting to pounce on her prey, or would hunt work for this? Because she's trying to be like all stealthy, and so she can.
Sure, it'll just be it'll be limited, but it'll be fine. Go ahead and roll your prowl.
6.
All right, you're fine. Yeah, you just get in and you're just like.
I like these fireball dice. I need to use them with my wizard. I just need to remember to bring them next time I play my wizard.
All right, and now we cut to Ollie with Javier. You are approaching these two guys just as one is turning around to walk towards the airport briskly, because he has to get a ticket and catch this plane. What do you do?
So I run up to him and basically try to like crash into him slightly. And
excuse me.
No. You're a police officer, right? You look. I need your help. Please.
I'm not a cop. I'm sorry. I've gotta go. I'm not a cop. As he's like briskly continuing to walk, and the second one has noticed you, and is walking to kind of. You're like in between these two guys essentially now. What do you do?
All right, I'm gonna roll a skirmish.
Okay.
I am gonna roll to try and throw this motherfucker down, and then.
Which one?
Pineapple.
Yeah, the one.
The one who's walking away.
Okay, cool. All right, try to throw this. Try to throw down with him. Let's do it.
So I got a 4.
Okay, that's a success. You're just like, no. Go ahead. How do you throw this guy down?
So Javier's not used to being this tall.
Mm-hmm.
So I think his plan was to just kind of like use the fact that he's usually kind of small to just kind of duck and roll him down like a judo throw.
Okay.
But instead, he's so much larger that he ends up like pulling this man's arm just inward and just like basically trying to elbow him by accident.
Okay.
And I think that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's a clumsy attempt at martial arts.
Like this person is like, what the actual and like the other one is like, hey, get off of him, and like comes to like essentially like yank you off. Go ahead and roll me if you want to resist this. Like roll a body resistance for me.
Okay. So that's 2. And that's a 3.
3. Okay, you will take like 3. You'll take 3 stress as you're like yanked off like very, very hardly. Nick, my husband's in the thing. The most silent predator known to man, the rhino. Like you, like he like yanks you off, and you, and in a way that it actually, you don't take an injury from this, but it kind of takes you off your guard, right? So you have like this other guy, like they're super frazzled. Anybody else would like to do something?
As I go down, I think I want to, before I do, I want to yell, they're trying to steal my pineapple. And
I mean, I'm jumping into action with that, as I'm sure Heather is too.
Yeah, we're ready. We are ready.
Okay.
Meta, does one of the animals Riley, you want to like let me know that things are happening?
Yeah, I will shout. I don't know.
Pineapple?
Pineapple, I guess, since we all know that's the code word. Knowing that, so Riley's doing very quick math in her head.
I can't hear it, can I?
No, you can hear it. You can't respond.
Okay, making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing we want to capture one, and the other one we cannot let get on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Because if our allies get captured, we're fucked. And they're counting on us to protect them. So I'm going for the one that Javier has thrown down because he's in the way of the car.
Gotcha. So as you sort of like jolt, like just cinematic sake, as you jolt out from behind underneath the car, like you catch in the peripherals of this poor like baggage worker like just having his coffee and like jamming to like Nirvana or whatever. He's like, oh fuck, and he's like, shit, it's hot. Oh my god. Like there's just like a moment and scene of that happening because a giant black cat just came out from under his car. Like, and you're going after this guy. What are you doing?
I know he can't get on the plane, and I know we have to protect our allies. Yeah, I'm going to try and take him out.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm going to try and, because Riley doesn't want to do this, but she knows that the Jaguar will. So she's like identifying this person as a dire threat and like trying to pull back and let the Jaguar forward a bit, like I've done in the past with like the other animals.
Okay.
And let the Jaguar take the killing blow.
Jaguar, take the reins.
Okay. Exactly. All right. Yeah. All right.
Jesus, we got a Jaguar.
Yeah. All right. And so you're gonna tune for that.
Yeah. Going, I guess, for his throat. I don't know.
All right. Well, don't worry. He knows what to do.
This is not going to affect Riley well, but he knows we have to protect our allies. Not bad. Can I choose to take my auto crit after I roll, or do I have to do that before?
I would like it before. Like, I would like you to announce it before. But okay. What is it?
So I rolled a 5.
Okay, that's yeah, it's a success. So, you know, you take out from underneath this car, and you just let the Jaguar, your like threat, prey, and at this agent looking guy, this baddie, and you pounce, and your teeth just sink into like the base of his skull, and like you have the strongest jaws of any mammal on the planet, essentially. So you're like wham, like into it. I would like for you, Riley, to do just a resolve resistance roll for me, since you were like, yeah.
Okay, I have 2 in that. Seem to have run their luck. I'm going to pick 2 other d6s. 6 and a 5.
Okay.
Nice.
So luckily you don't take any emotional stress from that. Like you have pulled yourself so far back into the Jaguar's mind that you almost disassociate from the fact that you're letting this animal take this guy. And as soon as like he does, like the Jaguar does that, it's just gonna start to fucking drag it to the water, to the moat, because it's like, I have food, and like the other dude is like, shit, fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, and he's like fumbling around for like his gun, his little phaser gun, actually.
It's gonna take some therapy.
Yeah. real quick, what's the Tony? What are you doing?
Tony is going to come to the front of the tarmac, or not the tarmac, the front of the building there at a fairly brisk pace.
Mm-hmm.
If possible, I want to stop pretty much right in front, right behind / in front of the guy, whichever way I happen to be.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite hit him, since theoretically want to try and take him alive, but pretty much, he's gonna know I'm there. Rhinos are only stealthy in hiding, not in running.
Gotcha. Okay, not a problem. What are you gonna roll like?
I'm
something?
sadly going to roll prowl, and I'm going to use one of my other die, and I think I'll pop a couple pieces of stress because I want to roll more than one die here.
Okay, so you're gonna push yourself?
Yep.
Gotcha. So you're using your other...
My other extra die, yeah.
Okay.
Prowl is one of the body things I don't really have yet. And it is definitely not what the rhino helps with.
Mm-hmm.
That one is not the highest. The 5 is the highest.
The 5 is the highest. Yeah, and I'm kind of interpreting this almost as like an intimidate.
Yeah.
Like what's okay? Command would have been a better choice. Like it would have given you a better choice.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
But with prowl, like you're able to sort of just huff through. Like that one guy who just spilt his coffee, like just sees this rhino like huffing past him. It's like, what the fuck is? He's like, nah, man. And he like,
yeah, he's quitting.
He turns his car on and he is leaving. Like,
that dude is smart.
Mm-hmm. That dude is sick today. Yeah, that dude is incredibly smart. As he might be going to get authorities. You're not quite sure what he's doing. That dude is smart. And you go there and you stand your ground in front of this guy as he's like, oh God. And Heather, what are you doing?
You know the plan.
So Heather, the minute she hears pineapple, she's popping into the front seat with a little Kenny style hoodie, in the ignition, revs it up, grins, and she is going to try to hit the guy, but not her friends.
Okay. This is a finesse roll. Like driving is always a finesse roll. And you will have a great effect with it.
Okay.
Don't go over like 20. We don't want to kill him.
I got a 5, so I think I'll stick with it.
Yeah, you like gun it and swerve around, and he is too distracted by the rhinoceros, like, because he just saw like this other guy just take off in another car because of the rhino and the jaguar. And you swerve into, and you just like hard brake like into this guy's legs, and he like just is kind of flown into the car. And he's not moving after you do that. Like you haven't killed him, but he is not moving.
Is this before they started putting trunk releases in the trunks? Or how old is this vehicle?
Ooh. It is probably like, you know what?
This is about when they started putting those in trunks.
I'm gonna do mandate. This. You have a 19. Hold on a second. This car. You have a 1985 white Grand Marquis.
So definitely pre-trunk release. All right.
Yes. You are driving a boat. The interior is green leather. Yeah. Like, essentially.
Right. So if he's out. Okay. So I'm going to stop the car.
And around this time, y'all see your friend's plane sort of soar off And I'm going to say that this is sort of where we'll end everything. With one more scene, just kind of like a scene of more of like what you'll have to worry about next time. And Riley doesn't notice this, but you drag this guy to the moat, and this is probably around the time that you come back to, I'm assuming. And you just drop him off at the moat and just rejoin your friends as they haul ass in the 2 vehicles that they brought.
Does he seem to be dead?
He's dead. You see the
I
Yeerk
want to take his body.
Yeah, the Yeerk crawls out of its ear.
Grab him. I'm gonna step on it.
Excellent. You kill this Yeerk. And you sort of turn to go back to rejoin your friends, and the camera sort of just swings over. And that runner from before is just holding up his little Sony video camera. Like, holy shit. And that's where we're gonna leave it off. That's where we're gonna leave it.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So, okay, let's do our stuff, and we'll have an entanglement roll for next time. Let's go ahead and do our people first. Well, the crew sheet first. All right, I will say that y'all got some rep out of that one. I am going to give y'all 4 rep. Well, yeah, 4 rep. Not as much rep, 3 rep, and at least 4 heat is how that's gonna roll. That's incorrect. I need your rep to be green and your heat to be red. Sorry. 4 rep. I'll do that green. And your representation. Oh, I see. Your heat. It says it's pale red. Y'all didn't have that much heat, right? Y'all were down.
I thought we had done something for the heat.
Yeah, y'all were down. Yeah, y'all were down to 1 originally. It's just the colors was a little off. That's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 heat. So y'all are up to 5 now. 4 heat. And we will roll entanglements later for that one. And now for your actual XP. All right. Were you successful in eliminating key members of your forces, do harm to a visor, or eliminate the usefulness of a specific controller to the Yeerk invasion?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on how high up these goons are, which we'll find out next time.
I mean, they are specific controllers. We've eliminated their usefulness.
You eliminated their usefulness.
And they did look like the people who were with Visor when he showed up, right? So the possibly even lieutenants.
They're bodyguard people.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how you want to say eliminate, you did get out of their grasp a Yeerk resistance member.
Oh, that's true.
Hell yeah, we did.
I'll give you 2 for that. Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
This was all kind of around where I'd expect us to. I don't know why I'm jumping in there.
I think that this is our level.
Yeah. Did you bolster your reputation or develop a new one? Your rep did go up. Because your rep went up. At least, so I'll give you at least 1 for that if you could think of a different type of secondary.
This is the first time we've actually full on eliminated a Yeerk controller. So
by ourselves, yeah. The others were all Visor 3, just kind of murdering vouchers.
Yeah.
Wait, no. My brain just died.
I think that sort of fits more into the second question. Where it's, did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
We are now going to be known to the folks on the West Coast. That would theoretically be a new reputation.
That definitely is very good too. So you did. So you did bolster your crew's rep on that one. So you did go back. So we're going to the next question. We're at 4. Did you express the goals, drives, and inner conflict or essential nature of the crew?
I would say Javier's decision there to suddenly pivot what was one mission to the one that is our technical primary goal would do that.
Capture, baby.
Okay, I agree. 5. Y'all got another one to argue for? All right, y'all are exactly at 5 then, and that means you will decide on your next level. All right, let's go to our prince first with his things. All right, did you...
You have a lot of stress. Holy heck.
All right, did you... No desperate actions were rolled. Did you tackle a challenge that keeps the group united and active against your foes?
I would say that possibly the discourse with Heather in her car, just trying to mediate that.
I'd agree with that.
Okay.
Relationship.
I'll give you that one. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure because we use this for the crew, but I was gonna say for me, redirecting the purpose of the mission, like, hey, our mission is done here. Our new mission is kill.
I think capture, that one will go more into your own drives and beliefs. It'll be an experience point, but it'll go for the other prompt.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm not sure about a second one.
Okay. So do you have a second one for, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at any point?
Yeah. With Tony, expressed a little bit about my background, just the fact that, like, Javier doesn't talk about it much, but it doesn't. It's not that he doesn't know. He doesn't. It's not that he doesn't experience emotion. He just chooses not to.
Okay. You have 3 then. Boom. All right. Battleborn. All right. No desperate actions. Did you tackle a challenge head on with righteous violence or fury?
The cat thing definitely was righteous fury.
Yes. Yes.
Because Tony did really want to make sure Dimitri got out.
Yes.
That's been a goal of his for a while.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's one for sure. Can you think of?
It was kind of the lack of violence because I didn't want to gore a dude with a rhino horn, but intimidating the guy was the other somewhat violent act I really did. It at least had fury behind it. It didn't have the violence. It did have
fury behind it, just not violence.
Yes.
Did you furiously went up to this guy and snorted at him?
Yeah.
I do believe that if you threaten someone in school, you do get in trouble as if you assaulted them.
That is true. All right, I'll give you 2 for that one. Okay.
I will admit it's tenuous.
You are fighting very hard, so I will let you have it. Did you express your beliefs, heritage, or background?
In the conversation I had with Javier, I talked a little bit about what Tony talked about his beliefs and ideas about friendship and words Javier didn't tell Tony he said, but kind of said to other people last time.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'll give you 1. So you have 3 so far.
Trying to.
And
I don't think I really had a chance to do any else that I remember.
Okay. Did you?
But I got distracted by my cat.
Yeah. Did you struggle with issues from your virtues or traumas during this session?
Not this time. I was a little worried about it at one point, but these guys turned out to not really be a huge issue.
Okay. So, and I did forget to ask Ollie, did Javier struggle with his virtues or traumas during this session? Struggle with his virtue. What is his virtue anyway?
Ambition, I believe.
So he didn't struggle with any of his ambition this time around?
Nah, he always just falls in for his ambition.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I have a goal, let's go.
The way I kind of interpret that sometimes, that we've been kind of doing in the other game when you struggle with your virtue, because the obvious one is when you overindulge. The other one that we have been talking about, kind of translating that, is choosing your virtue or your vice in the other games over the better choice, if that makes sense.
Right.
Kind of thing. So like if your ambition gets in the way of your teammates, your the mission, like that's another way to like interpret it. So like with
if this part had gone badly, when you're like, no, we're gonna go capture people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if you don't think that, that's cool. Tony, you didn't struggle. Cool. So yeah.
No, my virtue's fun, and
right, so
I was pretty focused on not.
Okay. All right, let's go with Heather. Did you know desperate actions? Did you tackle a challenge with clever morphing or empathy?
The mouse sabotage. That was some clever morphing.
It definitely was. I will say that it's definitely the mouse sabotage was definitely in there.
I'm proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
It was awesome, considering the last time you were a mouse, you just hid.
Redemption.
Yes. What about any other time?
I have one if you don't.
If you got one.
You forgave Javier and helped him out getting him home, despite the fact that he was kind of being a douche pickle.
I would hate to douche with pickles.
Yeah, it's awful to do.
Yeah, there's definitely some empathy there and trying to
understand people and things. I will go ahead and give you that. I can feel that. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at any point?
I think her little conversation with Javier about how she uses her anger as kind of an armor.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot of the queer experience in the 90s right there.
There is that. Did you I almost want to say is your background of being a lesbian. It's like, tell your moms I said hi.
It's true though. There's literally only one gay bar in town, and you know all the lesbians.
They all go there. Like all of the gays know each other.
I have a headcanon that Heather has straight up gone to Javier's mom's for advice more than once.
And they don't. The thing is like they don't know that you hang out with their child now. Like yet. Like
and now they're like.
They just know that you're that one minor that's at the bar sometimes after work. Like I imagine you actually probably know his landscaping mom more than like his office
might not realize
mom.
I'm a minor though.
Yeah, but I would say that just knowing the other lesbians in town will give you that.
It didn't occur to me on the phone.
Yeah.
Wait, they know each other.
It's true. All right, that's 4 for that. Did you struggle issues from your virtues or traumas during this session? You have no traumas, and did you struggle with your virtue?
I don't think she.
All right, you.
She had it easy.
Yeah.
There's definitely the mom stuff going in the back. I know you caught on to that little that I did.
Mm-hmm. All right. You have 4 then.
She pushed that to the side for now because there's more important stuff to do.
Yep, you have 4 now. And now we'll go to to Anna with Riley. Desperate actions. Nope, not this time around. No, y'all did very well. Did you tackle a challenge with clever morphing or empathy?
Empathy. Unlike literally everyone else in the team, I treated Jack like an ally instead of an enemy. Trying to keep things calm and not antagonistic.
Okay, I like it. Yes.
Riley is the sanity of the party.
Try to be, yeah. And then multiple times I tried to ease the tension between all of the various factions that we were splintered into this session.
And I mean, the clever morphing with you just also going back into the animal jaguar to disassociate, I think is also, I would consider clever morphing.
Okay.
So you get 2 for that. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at any point?
My excuse of going to the bookstore to play Magic as a cover for everyone.
Yeah. For sure.
And very proudly showing off my the mixed forms that I've been
so you're practicing. Like, look at what I can do. You're a fucking Fusor from Beast Wars. Like you're the cat version of Silverbolt, okay? I've actually been rewatching Beast Wars.
Beast Wars is amazing.
Beast Wars is legit. Okay.
I think what she had in her mind was Tressum, but bigger and scarier. Since she plays D&D.
Yeah, I'll give you easily 4 for that. Did you struggle with issues from your virtues or traumas during this session?
No traumas, and my virtue is probably the hardest one to struggle with. So
what is your virtue?
Never had immersion.
Immersion, gotcha. Yeah, I would have said that if you had failed that roll, that would have been struggling with your immersion. Because that disassociation you did with the thing, like that would apply to that, just for future reference kind of thing. All right, you get 4. All right. Well, everyone, that is it for tonight. We went about 30 minutes over, but that's fine. We will be back next week, hopefully with the full team, and we'll see sort of the consequences of this. But this was very successful, and I'm very proud of everyone. As far as the rest of the week go, we have a super, super busy next 3 days because tomorrow at 1 p.m. we have our finale of Nightmares on the Frontier, which is our other Forge in the Dark actual play. And then on Friday at 1 p.m. we have a premiere. Our mass game run by my friend Rindis at Party Wipe Games is going to be running Deliver Us from Evil. I am playing a big buff cat bimbo girl, like in that one, who was transformed into a cat girl by an incel that wanted a cat girl girlfriend and made a huge mistake. So, like, and that's essentially who I'm going to be doing that with. And then on Saturday we have another finale, our Emberwind Season 2 finale, The Ghost of Axia, will be Saturday at 10:30 a.m. And that's what's happening on the channel this week. It's a super, super busy week. And of course, you can find me on Twitter and Twitch and the TikToks at Valdrius. I don't update TikTok very often. I will eventually. But yes, everyone else, where are you on the internet? Where can we find you? Ooh, I have one more thing. Sorry. If you want to join my Discord, I am currently casting for some Extra Life games. I have lots of spots open I have a spot left in Pathfinder 2e. There's a spot left in we have my friend Celeste is running a Persona RPG, and there's several spots left, as well as the Cyberpunk Red, for sure there's spots left, and the Rune Quest as well. There's lots of spots left, run by my friend Anthony over at Weave the Tale. So if you're interested, join the Discord, look at casting calls, and put your name down. And now, everyone, where can we find you on the internets? And what are you doing in the next 7 days? That starts with
muted.
Nyx. Yeah.
I muted myself instead of Hey. Hi, I'm blonde. Pay good money to be this dumb, folks. I'm Nick.
Stop! Don't talk about my friend like that, okay? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can find me online generally as Inky Phoenix. Sometimes there is an underscore, sometimes there is not. Aside from this, all my games are home games, so you won't really see me anywhere. Although I am prepping costumes of various D&D characters along with friends, and that will be on TikTok in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Help us by the gods, because that's going to be terrifying. It even involves a 2-foot raven puppet. It's going to be crazy. That's about it.
Okay. Cool beans.
Cool. So it's my turn. All I really have as far as socials are Twitter. It's at Cryptid Delta. Discord and whatnot. It's Lycus Stratus. That's usually my weird internet handle. If you ever see me on, PlayStation or whatever, let's play. I'm very bad at all games. Otherwise, what am I doing? Well, Friday, I'm playing Masks with Val. It's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the star of the show. That's his character. That's my character. I'm not gonna actually be the star of the show. I am the star. And personally, just listen or watch on YouTube, I suppose, my podcast with my wife, Judging Nerd Culture. We chit chat. It's a book club, except for other nerdy shit.
When are you doing your Animorphs episode?
That would require some convincing on my wife. I've told her some stories about what I've learned of Animorphs. Every time she's just like, ooh.
Nice.
Soon.
I'm Nick. I'm on Twitter at @fell_strike. I don't know. I don't have a lot going on right at the moment. There's some stuff I was trying to do, and then life did things, so it's on hold for a second. Yeah. Watch their Masks game. It sounds cool as heck.
It's gonna be so much fun.
And I'm Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet. Queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG streamer. If any of that sounds interesting, you can find me on Twitter at Archival Dust Bun. On Sundays, you can find me either on Gona_Hawking's Twitch channel playing D&D 5th edition in a world of 1930s technology, or you can find me on Guild of the Phoenix at 8 p.m. Eastern playing Cyberpunk Red. Mondays, you can find me over on Weave the Tale at 8:30 p.m. Eastern playing Alien. Tuesdays, you can find me with the Black Feather Guild at 8 p.m. Eastern playing Dragon Age. And of course, you can find me on Response Team Omnicron, which is a Lancer actual play podcast, playing through No Room for a Wallflower. Premiere has been pushed back, but you'll be able to find us next month everywhere that you get your podcast. Keep an eye out on my Twitter for a couple exciting new projects as well, because I don't sleep apparently. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Awesome sauce. And with that, we're going to go say hello to our friends over at Rule of Lore, who is playing Infinite Horizons right now, a Cypher System actual play. But yeah, go ahead. Wave bye. We love you. See you later.
Bye-bye.